Afternoon, William. Afternoon, Flat Earth. So we're here in Gloucester. We are right on the corner of Eastgate Street, which is on that church there, St Michael's Tower, they call it. Maybe it's not a church, St Michael's Tower. So it's Southgate Street, Eastgate Street, Northgate Street, under all that one will be, and Westgate Street. So it is a little past 12 o'clock. We had a nightmare with car parking machines. Absolute nightmare. As in, Harry was in one car park machine. He was in a different car park to me, but literally next door to each other. And the machine wouldn't take his card, but it would take my card. And the machine for my car park wouldn't take my card, but it would take Harry's card. It's just absolutely bonkers. So yeah, so we got Wilco over there. We have McDonald's up there. So it's a busy. I mean, ideally we want to be here, right in the centre, probably where this post would be, ideally. But we can't have everything that we want. There's some cameras up there, so no doubt we'll be having a visit from some form of council official later on. And this is a public area. We always like something to tie to, you know, like as if the wind catches them banners, it acts like a sail on a yacht. So we like to tie against things if we can. Seems quite mellow down here. Someone playing some. Listen to that. Oh, there's another copyright strike. Let's go and have a quick look. While it's quiet, I'll just give you a quick lowdown. I say we started, so I'm curious to see what's going on here. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Beautiful.
I always say that my grass is green. I just love the grass that I You know that you don't believe me, but I think that's what I like. All of my love wasn't never gonna be enough. All of that time wasn't wasted 'cause I learned how to play. Didn't I? Just a rock that keeps on rolling. Don't worry, love, I'll find my own way.
Well, I could get myself a deck chair and just chill out here for the entire day. I could, listening to him. Yeah, phenomenal that. Yeah, really nice. So we lost Sven. No, Sven. So we have Sven with us still. hope you enjoyed yesterday. Yesterday was a cracking day. I enjoyed that. We had a couple of trolls turn up, purposefully turned up with water pistols, or was it bottle of water? I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't actually see what happened. But they were childish enough to be going around rubbing out all the chalk writing that Lisa put down. I mean, for you to purposefully go out, put masks on, it's yeah, very, very, very childish. But oh dear. I think Sven is grossly. I shouldn't say grossly. That sounds bad. But he's engaged in a conversation there. But it seems a little heated, to be honest. I'll have to ask him about that later. It does seem a little heated. And Harry's doing his first interview of the day. Oh, yes, it does. It sounds really heated. I'm sure you'd all like to get in on that, but it doesn't sound good. Wow. What's...
It's okay, no worries. We wouldn't have much worse. Yesterday, people were shouting at swearing.
Wow. They're there. They're there. Harry just mentioned about the Georgia Guidestones. I've got them on my banner, and of course they're no longer really. Almost irrelevant now, aren't they? Yeah. If someone blew up, blown the top off, and I believe like a JCB a bulldozer come along and did the rest. Very interesting though, you know, because as Harry said, if we don't know who actually built them, then who owns the plot of land and how did they get permission? I mean, we must know who built them. You can't just build something like that without not getting permission from someone somewhere. I mean, because then why didn't the, I don't know, local council for the area, why didn't they knock it down? Yeah, no, someone knows who put that there. I'd be surprised that that's all a mystery. Yes, I don't think it will be as fantastic as Bath. It's a shame we're going to miss quite a lot of people walking past. They're just not going to see us. We've picked the busier thoroughfare. If you look at, it just seems a little bit busier going from Eastgate to Westgate. Seems a little bit busier. So, does anyone live near Gloucester? And you're watching from home? Why are you watching from home? Come on down, say hello. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a quiet stream today. And we had some fantastic interviews yesterday. Interviews, talks, never know what to call it. Yeah, some great conversations. I mean, so you guys don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and I'm not kidding. It took us about an hour to get to a car. We knew where our cars were, but they closed down the main entrance to the car park, so we couldn't get in. We were in the John Lewis car park, and John Lewis closed quite early. I think 5 o'clock or so. I think could have been 5:30. I'm not sure, but they closed fairly early, and they wouldn't let us in the way that we came to get our cars. You know, the way that we came out. So we walked right round the whole block looking for entrances, and we couldn't find it, and we were told to go to this way and that way, and we were just led on a wild goose chase in the wrong direction, and in the wrong car park. And we had to start from scratch, start all over and figure it all out again, and it took us about an hour to actually, we knew exactly where our cars were, but we couldn't get in. It was madness. You had to go the complete opposite direction into the shopping centre, and then you kind of backtrack afterwards. It was such a nightmare. It was. We were shattered. Yes. Today, very easy. Car park's just around the corner. We'll be in Birmingham tomorrow, just outside the Bull. So if you're fairly local, that's come down and say hello, give us a hand. Just quiet, isn't it? I mean, there is people. It's still early, we'll see. We'll be here for a while, probably till about 4 or 5 o'clock. We like to finish roughly around about 4 o'clock, but if there's lots of people, then we will stay on a little bit more. Sven was in, we managed to get him a hotel yesterday, and then that's all from your kind generosity. Thank you very much all for all those that contributed so far. Really do appreciate that. That's I say, I mean, I've been sleeping in my own car, bags of room, it all folds down at the back, and you know, I've got a nice mattress, and it's just Harry's in his van next door to me, and it's just comfortable. It's really, you know, like, there's not much you do. We just find a car park somewhere and stealth camp for the night. I've got tinted windows and it feels all comfortable. It's okay. So, but we do worry about Sven. We really could do with your help, and if you can, go on to our donation page, buymeacoffee.com/GlobeLie. If you can donate a small amount, and it'll all go towards it'll all go towards Sven's accommodation, really. I say it's for petrol, but I was going to have enough petrol anyway to get round. But it's really for Sven's accommodation. Stealth car camping. It is. It's the way to go. Yeah. Don't do it on such a small car. It's funny that, because I seen it was a small hatchback, and they built themselves their own roof tent. And it was only on a small hatchback. I forget what car it was, but it was quite a small one. And it was a husband and wife that were climbing up on top of the roof. And I just thought, oh wow! And it was a kind of like, honestly, it looked like a Blue Peter, or one of them Top Gear things, where they build something out of duct tape. Yeah, it's really funny. I just thought maybe I should do something like that, sleep on the roof, or put Sven on the roof. maybe that's what we should do. Go and get. We've got enough canvas and all that, and we'll build a bit of a tent on the roof for him. But if we can't afford to, pay for any more accommodation for Sven, I'm afraid I'm going to have to I'm going to have to kindly ask Fen and say, sorry kid, we got to get your train ticket home. And I really don't want to do that. It'd be nice if he can see the tour through, but he doesn't have any accommodation to. He certainly doesn't have a big, large bank account to pay for hotels and Airbnbs every night. But with your kind generosity, guys, it'd be nice to. Yeah, sorry for going on about money and that. I worry about Sven. I don't really want to put him on a train and tell him his time's over. But it might just get that way. We'll see. So I'll give you a reminder at the end of the day. But thanks in advance, guys, for anyone who donates and helps and supports this tour. Thank you. So again, even yesterday, even Martin says, and we've had a good response yesterday. You know, with the banners. It means that the whole conversation isn't all flat Earth. It means that they can relate to other parts of what's going on in the world, and then we bring them back to flat Earth, and you know, means that like there's a lot more to think about, and people will stop and they won't understand a lot of it as well. You know, there's a girl there with sunscreen, lotion on her nose. I won't go into too much kind of life, you know. No doubt the powers that be will probably shut our channel down if we say too much. You know the score, guys. Right, more water. It's not as hot as it has been, but it's a nice breeze here. So, yeah. How's that music? Is it nice? And I don't know if you can hear it in the background. I mean, it sounds great here. Yeah. It's a great place to listen to this music all day. He's fantastic. He's regular, is he? Yeah. He is. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a quiet one, isn't it? Hey, we need some conversations. Well, I think it's calmed down a little bit now. I think Sven's having a proper conversation now. It just seemed, from a distance, it seemed very heated at times. But I think it's calmed down. They're actually engaging and having a proper conversation. Yeah, really, ideally, what a place to be, right here in the centre. But no doubt they'll have fire engines and cars and security. Oh, they speak of the devils, and police. Police will come in. You know. They've got to flex their muscles and show their presence. Can't help themselves. Anyway. So yeah, if you're looking for us, we're outside the EE shop. We're right on Eastgate Street. We're right on the crossroads of Westgate, Southgate, Northgate, and Eastgate Street. Okay. They always seem to put the you got the O2 shop there as well. The E and O2 shop, they're always together, aren't they? You always know you're in a good place because, you know, like you're near McDonald's and not Vodafone. This is obviously the place to be, right here. It's going to be the biggest footfall, I'd imagine. Just not a lot of people are stopping. So look out for that conversation. It'll be a few days, if not a week or so. I'll be Harry having a conversation in Gloucester. If you go on to John Smith Globe Live, if you subscribe to that, he will put a link up to when he uploads to Rumble and Odyssey. So just make sure you subscribe to John Smith Globe Live. That looks like a really good conversation, that one. Yeah, you guys must be, I don't know, bored stiff sometimes. Where's the action? When's it going to happen? When are we going to start? So, yeah, if only we could edit our. If only we could edit our. Oh, the lady just went past. She gave me a bit of a look. She actually told me off. She told me off and said, I hope karma does something to you or something, whatever. Something about karma. There was a guy who was leaving his car park space. And I asked him, you know, no one was about. I said, could you just hang on for 30 seconds? I'll go and get my car and if I could have your space, you know, because where Harry is, he's in a car park space that's like £15 for the day. But where I am, it's £6 for the day. And so I asked her, you know, there was only one space. He was going. And just as I was about to go in, she kind of flew in the way. You know, like, and but he wouldn't get out. He wouldn't leave the parking space until he gave it to me, which was really nice of him. I mean, like, I'd been waiting for quite some time, but she just turned up out the blue, you know, within seconds, and she wanted the space. It's like, oh my God, you know, like, I've just literally gone to, you know, to get my car to get this space, and anyway, she wasn't happy with me. She thinks that I stole her space when it was going to be the other way around. But maybe I should have just paid the £15 and let her have it. Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't happy. So, all right. See, isn't that weird? I was going to say you get one person stop and then another person stops, but very, very briefly. Kind of weird. It's like the music stopped and there seems to be a lot more people here. So, quick hello to a few people. Capalicious, hi. Hi Martin. Hope you enjoyed yesterday. That was good to see you, and what a fantastic day, eh? Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. So hi Furtek. Hi Ricardo, and thanks for all the links and that and all your help. Always very much appreciated. Flat Earth Reload, Squirrel Sniper. Hi guys. Effie Facelesa. Oh, how to say that? Yeah, maybe. You might be right. Okay. I think Sven is in contact with Stacey. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Dean, hi Dean. Who else is here? Effie Viking. Skull to you also. The real hat fits. That's you, isn't it, Lisa? I'm sure that's your. Yeah, it would have been lovely to have Lisa to the remaining on the tour, but that would be like trying to find accommodation for Sven and then find more accommodation for Lisa. Oh, we're just not set up for it. No, Harry is not putting on weight. Harry has lost loads of weight. Oh no, that's the total opposite. He's lost loads. It's very inspiring. No, he's done really well. Hi Judith. Always a pleasure. Judith, are you in our country? Or are you over in, because if I remember right, didn't you go off down to Spain or Portugal or somewhere? Are you back? I'm sure there's a lot of others. Liz, the Iron Maiden. Hope you're enjoying this. Kev84. Is it a bit blurry? Yeah, I am actually on 4G. I have a 5G phone here in my pocket, but I'm not getting a 5G signal here. It may be if I stay kind of in the middle. It's just tall buildings, isn't it? So it's right. Let's have a look. Oh, you're in Crete. Oh, wow, lovely. Right, you have to post me your address, and I'll see you. We'll see you soon. We'll come down and visit you. Did you manage to get a little plot of land or anything, or are you fan lifing it around and? That's okay. You're all right. No, it's okay. I'm just filming that. You're very welcome to walk past. Right. What's that? Lisa will be with me soon. Is she coming out here today as well? Is she? Or another day? Right. Oh, right. Oh, well, then I might take you up on your offer, Judith. We'll come and visit you. Oh, I think somebody needs a driving license. Oh, we've got our first gentleman to stop. Oh no, it's too much for him. He stopped for all of 10 seconds. I'm standing here looking at the banners just to kind of provoke people into having a look as well. But you can't just pounce on them. You must give them a few moments to decide whether or not they want to engage or not. I can't bring myself to be a vulture and just pounce. Yeah, Harry uploads quite regular. So yeah, check out his channel and and look at what he's done so far. I'll have to speak to him. I'm not sure if he's. I know he'd been having problems with his little EE box that he normally uses. So I think we'll be taking the Sunday off, so we might be able to get a little bit more done then. Or not, because Harry did say he might want to go out and do some more interviews on the Sunday on our day off. So we'll see. All right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's a YouTube channel, and we're live, and I'm filming for. Oh, you don't want to know now? You okay? Oh, I see. Shouldn't go out in public, because them cameras up there were looking at you all the way as you drove past. It's funny. I'd be more comfortable knowing that my videos have gone up on YouTube than worrying about where the hell that information's going and what they've got tied to. You know, can you imagine all them, what they got in them little ID boxes and that, and matching your faces, you know, like to a database somewhere. No, that kind of that worries me a lot more than just a random guy with a camera. That's it. Take a picture. And she's interesting, but she doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, always a little bit even harder to engage now, and when she was a little rude. Well, it's not rude, is it? I don't want to be on camera. It's a fair comment, you know, like, we can all say that. But when in public, you might not like it, but that's going to be a hell of a conversation. Hello? You didn't go home? Where did you go?
I'm here by magic.
Sorry?
I'm here by magic.
Are you over here by magic?
Yeah.
Okay, but where have you been?
I just flew.
So we have Lisa with us. So, yeah, Martin just said she'll be with you. Lisa will be with us soon. I thought, what? Really? Awesome. Yes, we could do some chalk and bring people to us.
Yeah.
So you could do some wild chalk first, you know, like what Dave does all over the place. Just to bring people to us, and then do something spectacular.
Yeah, sure. I'll try and make it as neat as possible.
Yeah. I'm sure. I don't think we've got any trolls today to try and wash it away. Did you actually see that happen? Did you?
I saw them with the watering can, the woman in the mask.
It was a watering can, was it? Or gotcha. Right.
She wasn't being really nice, she was getting ready for the day break.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of
Let's see if we can. It's okay, I'll keep the camera away from you. Have you come across it before? Have you come across stuff like this before?
I don't want to make decisions about it until I read.
Good. Because any crazy person in the street telling you the Earth's flat is take with a pinch of salt and do your own investigations. But yeah, if I said on a scale of 1 to 10, how open-minded are you? Are you pretty much open-minded, or?
Yeah, open-minded enough. I think these corporations and stuff
Yeah.
prove that we're constantly being lied to.
Ah, right. So you got that one. Right. So, and
Common
basically
law-
that's what that
common
is.
law, why doesn't every person that's in this country, common people, have access to that common law in libraries and stuff? Why do you have to go online?
Our
Yeah, why
our
do-
legal system won't entertain us. Won't
And
entertain it.
why is it that our laws are basically based a lot on
Maritime law, yes.
And also, why don't, if you go into a housing organisation or Shire Hall or any of these that's supposed to be accessible to all the community, have all the law books,
Yeah.
including corporate law, so we can find out what's going on
Yeah.
and why their laws.
The funny handshake club.
Yeah, why? Because theft is theft.
Yes.
If you go to somebody's house
Yeah.
and you steal anything that belongs to them, that's personal, whatever,
Yeah.
they can turn around and steal our information.
Yeah.
And what is the difference? They
Yeah.
say the laws can't catch up with
Yeah.
all of this
Yeah.
technology. Is bullshit.
There is one law for them and one for us.
Well, the thing
without a
is,
doubt.
the law, theft, home invasion,
Yeah.
all of those can be applied to what all this technology is.
Yeah.
And they're just lying about it
They are.
because actually it can be transferable.
Yes.
And they're lying.
Yeah.
They're bullshitting. I'm fed up of it.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you you kind of like cottoned on to that immediately. What was it? Was it the common law immediately that you saw first?
Well, the common law, yeah, I'm so cheesed off because there's, people should have access, and it shouldn't be words that people can't understand. It should be in layman's terms.
Yeah.
And not all of this.
And common law is so basic and so simple. It doesn't. It's not complicated at all. They've kind of like with this maritime law, the legal system. They've kind of made it so difficult for us to understand. What is it they say when you go to court and all that? Not knowing the law isn't a defence. But.
Then teach us the law.
That's it. Their legal system.
We're quite happy to learn the law. Just tell us.
They don't
what
even
it
know
is.
the
They
legal
don't even
system
want us-
themselves.
There's basic. Don't kill, don't steal,
Yeah.
don't harm.
Yeah.
All of these things, honour, protect,
Yeah.
integrity.
It is so basic.
Yeah. And if they're not doing that, then they're
Yeah.
not doing the job, are they?
Yeah. No, you're quite right. Quite right. All right. And she was friendly, but she worries about where her data goes, and she's got every right to worry about where it goes. So that was an interesting, long conversation. What was his name? Cameron. So look out for that one.
Probably the best one I've ever had.
I've heard that so many times. Well, it's not. Oh, Jerome, have you heard what he said?
Jerome. Sorry. Probably fine. Equal with Jerome.
Yeah.
But I'd say Jerome was a wee bit more hesitant than Cameron on the shape of the earth.
Gotcha. Oh, right. So Cameron was very much open-minded.
Yeah,
Was he?
he wasn't fully on board when I started talking.
Yeah.
But I think he is.
Really? Wow. Well, that's so look out for that, Cameron.
Very polite, articulate young man.
Yeah. So what Harry will do, as I say, he'll drop a link in YouTube, and that link will take you to either Odyssey or Rumble. And what would you say for these? Like let's say Cameron, for instance. How long do you think that'll take before it gets on?
Take large scale order starting with speakers corners.
Right. And how far are you in?
0. I'm still I'm just about finishing my editing my Cambridge one.
So do you think it'd be like 2 weeks or something after?
Hopefully by the end of the tour I'll start editing.
All right. Okay. Right. Well, there you go, guys. Look out for that. Make sure you subscribe to John Smith Global Eye YouTube channel. Yes, Harry is an 11. Yeah. But should we see which one? It's just an illusion. And she doesn't. Very good.
On the spot, I went through and I was going to draw something new. I was like, "I'll put this out."
I mean, this looks pretty complicated.
I'll manage it.
All right.
See, you know, I like to have time, but I'm doing my best at the time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oops. You all right? Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Load of bollocks, he said. Oh dear. Very much triggered from what he's seen. But which part was the bit that triggered him? That lovely music is yeah, amazing music playing again. Excuse me. Yeah, right. You carry on, take your pictures.
Huh?
You can carry on, take some pictures if you want.
No, this is hilarious.
Which part? Which one?
All of it.
All of it? What, like the World Economic Forum with Klaus Schwab? All of
No,
it?
just the government.
Oh, so-
controlling life. It's all just. Yeah, I think it's really funny. I study politics. So
Oh, right.
I just graduated actually, and yeah, this sort of stuff. I love it. It's just it's pure humour to me. So yeah.
As a guy that needs to
I'll
study a
get
bit more.
Have your pen ready. How does he pay?
I don't know. Who? How does who pay?
Martin, I asked you earlier, you give him a link.
Okay,
What's the
okay,
link?
right off the. Sorry, buymeacoffee.com/globeli. Oh, God. I, off the top of my head, I don't know what the other one is. The other, I don't
Have you
know.
tried that one, Martin?
Buymeacoffee.com/globeli.
Buymeacoffee.com/Roguelike. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for your persistence, Martin. Cheers. Bye. Cheers.
Yeah.
He's very persistent in wanting to give something.
There is a PayPal one, but it's it's something to do with Globeli Euro Tour or something like that. But I don't know exactly what it is. I stood on the street without looking on me.
He said
Shut me channel down
He said
and.
he was having a laugh. He watched me answering the phone.
Oh, I see. I got you. Well, thank you, Martin. Martin's trying to do a donation. If Martin is actually still watching, if you scroll up a bit, you might see a link in the channel, in the chat. So thank you very much for that. I should do buy me a pasty as well. That'd be a good, yeah, I'm telling you, that would be a good website to build. Buymeapasty.com. Yeah. So guys studying politics, and he takes one look at that. I say, well, which part of it? All of it. Yeah, okay. It's childish when someone says that. All of it, it's all the same. But it's not all the same, is it? That's why we did the banners the way we've done them, so that we can engage with everybody. Wind's picking up. Oh, see, got them. So wind's picking up and taking Lisa's drawings away.
Must be the air spin that did that.
Okay. Look at that. So yeah, wind's picking up a little bit. I have tied down the banners as much as possible.
Yeah, it's true. There are other states where you're only allowed so much.
Oops. Got anything to put on there? Yeah, I thought that was going to be a bit of a weird conversation, that, because he's obviously blind. Or blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Or partially sighted.
Not even looking at it. So.
Yeah, that's why it's a bit weird, that was.
He
You can obviously see some sort of colours and stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't very coherent, so I didn't bother filming him. I think he was struggling to communicate. So.
Right, yeah. I did think that was a bit odd. Yeah. Oh. Following us. Sven's had a long, engaging conversation. Sorry. Oh. I must remember about the buildings. I wonder if I've got any if I've got a 5G signal. Yeah, so apologies for any rubbish video streams. Oh, they seem quite friendly now. They do. I think they've broken the ice. Sven and friends. I wish he'd get his phone out and tape it. I want to get in on that conversation. Oh, wind's picking up again. Oh, he's having a... Come back for another photograph. He wants to take a photograph because he thinks it's hilarious. Because he's studying politics.
He didn't stop with taking
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't want to engage.
No, well, he engaged by telling me politics. He's studying politics, and this is hilarious.
He knows that, doesn't he?
He knows. It's very quiet here. I mean, like, people, there's footfall, but when they're walking through, I don't think they can see that.
But we say that about everywhere we've been so far.
I know. I know. Yeah, you probably get that time of day when start slowing down a little bit. People start slowing down. You can start talking to people. Go on, Harry. Get him. Get him. That's how it's done, guys. That's the master at work. I mean, try it yourself one day. Just walk up to random strangers and engage in a conversation with them. It's at first it's really hard. It really is hard, you know, because you're thinking of all different things that will that you might be struggling with. A little bit of fear will creep in, but after a while it just becomes second nature. I don't think Harry thinks about it. Yeah, so he just goes in for a normal conversation. That's all it is, and then he'll ask him about, would you mind going on camera? After he weighs up whether or not they are coherent. what we should do is eventually all have microphones on us, like we could just switch over. We'd need someone in mission control, but to switch Harry's microphone on so you could hear what's going on, and then switch Sven's microphone on. Actually makes me think, because Harry does have some wireless microphones. I might think about that for tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, oh, it is. There's one or two people stopping for a split second to make a quick observation. Just start creeping up. They've had enough time.
It's very layered, everything, you know. No one is everyone has to listen to everything. That's all. I don't know. Is Germany happy? It's supposed to be.
You've heard of him, have you? Have you heard of him? Klaus Schwab.
You said what?
It's Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. Yeah, from the Great Reset.
So he says we shouldn't own anything.
That's it.
2030, you won't own anything. You won't own a house, you won't own a car, because everything will just belongs to everyone. Even your clothes, you won't own. You know, we'll all be on the same level.
Property, land, the whole lot.
And I believe it's true.
And they're working on it now. It started. Yeah. And he was never elected by you, never elected by me or no one else. You know, and lots of people like Justin Trudeau, and even Boris and Prince Charles, and so many world leaders, they're all signing up to him.
And I think people are losing the value of what they have.
Yes.
We are. Have you noticed even when if you've looked at this program, this movement of minimalism?
Right, yes, I have
you
seen that. I have seen that.
The minimalistic,
Yeah.
that tells you how much people are fed up with stuff.
Yes.
They are giving out.
We do buy too much, we do.
You do buy too much, and then this guy, he saw, I think he's lost his mom, and then he lost the meaning of everything he owns.
Yeah.
And then he just said, actually, this doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
But now he's gone to minimal.
But they go too much. They've gone too far.
They've gone too far.
They are. I agree that we should be nipping into Primark and buying everything that we see. I agree with that. But these guys might have one chair in the whole house.
Because they don't have friends. They're only
just saying all these things. They'll still have their own things, but they expect the common people.
There you go. Yes.
Share everything and don't have anything.
That's right.
They'll still have their millions and billions and
But
trillions.
you know what? They might be saying the truth, but have you realized when the West is thinking, I've got too much I need to give out, the person who has lived a life is escaping from poor.
Yeah.
They're trying to make too much, because I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen people in this country, people in abroad, you find someone want to have a 5-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Where someone on this side said, for what?
I think they say like, is it like 2 or 3% of the world's elites and that they own more than the rest of the population of the Rockefellers, yeah, they do. These elites, these are the people that are really pulling the strings in politics and that.
But they got MPs and
They're just the puppets.
yeah, they just seem to be doing something. But you've got the higher ones and the higher ones.
Yeah, because I mean, if you go, with our UK politics and that, if you think about it, we keep going back further and further. What's changed? What's happened? Does anything actually happen that makes your life better? No, it doesn't matter who's in government.
And then they brought the pandemic in to so they can mash up the economy.
Yeah.
And then they can start try and get rid of all the money so we become a cashless society.
Yeah.
They'll be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
So we might have to go to them to ask them for a little bit of money and they can say yes or no, or you're going to do this or do that.
And they've already started this in China, like with the social credit scoring and that. And
I think where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
That problem with Sri Lanka now. They'll probably start this reset.
I think it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Exchange. We're going to do like selling. It's like you have pumpkins, I have tomatoes.
Bartering.
And then,
yeah.
Or could you give me your tomatoes?
I'm all for bartering.
It's gonna go all the time.
I hope so. But that won't happen until we hit rock bottom.
Oh yeah.
Wait till the inflation really goes stupid. Yeah. Yeah. We only have to look at all of these shops. I mean, in every town that I go to, all around the country,
do you know what?
there's so many.
At the same time, I know, maybe I might say this, maybe you don't believe in it, but at the same time, people say there is no God. The Bible is one book which has been beaten down for years and years, but you find this book, whatever is being said is really happening, is exactly what's happening. And when you look at the history, when you look at the history of the Bible, where it talks about a dream of Daniel. Daniel saw this dream of kingdoms starting from Babylon. Babylon has existed, Medo-Persia has existed, Greece has existed,
right.
Rome, it has happened. And now we are here.
Yeah.
And then it says, there was a pagan Rome.
Okay.
Then pagan Rome was in power during Jesus' time. Pagan Rome was there.
Okay.
Now we've got Papal Rome, which is existing.
Yeah.
And they're still in control. We may think they're quiet.
Can you see things happening today around us?
Exactly. They're still in control.
We're listening to your voices. I'm not recording you.
No,
I'm pointing over there.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that whatever is written in the Bible is really happening, even though humans do not want to believe in it. But if people are to look and compare and see the history, what the Bible says, and see what is now, and look, is it worth it to try and see the Bible, what it says, and compare, and what's happening now.
Yeah.
And you just see. You see what the guy said, the one who is saying about 2030.
Yeah.
Whatever he's saying, the Bible speaks about that it will reach a point that people throw their money on the street, and they will.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we will find, but we might not find silver and gold on the street, but people lose the value of what we have. And it's happening. Look at the tiny house. People are coming from big houses to a tiny house.
Have you thought about it yourself?
I've thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
And could you?
I would.
You would. Do you have a family and like kids and husband and?
I've got a daughter.
Does it make it difficult to make that leap? Because maybe on your own you can.
Yeah, I know I'm on my own probably because I love country life.
Okay.
And
well, this guy and the World Economic Forum, they want to create like this Klaus Schwab. and the World
I want
Economic
to
Forum.
find this so that I can
Yeah,
just-
it's all there.
Let me see.
Yeah, they're trying to create these smart cities, and they want us all to go into to these smart cities and all that. They don't want you in the countryside. They don't want you there. They want you here, plugged in.
Doing what?
They want you in your flat. They don't want you to leave your flat. They want you to work from home. They want you to have all your entertainment. You never go out. You get your shopping in. They don't want you out on the streets. You know, this is their life
The
for
homeless,
us.
what they're gonna do with the homeless? They haven't given them flats.
Yeah.
They should give them flats.
Yeah, oh, you look into this. This is Agenda 2021 and 2030. You look into that. You was you.
Last night, yes, our pastor drew attention to it last night.
Right.
And we put it on while we're over Zoom.
Yeah.
Having our prayer meeting.
And it's scary, isn't it? It's frightening. You know, we're on the precipice of a lot of change without your consent. You know.
Well, with COVID, they brought that in so that they can have more control.
Of course.
Is it this one?
Of course.
We did this.
Of course.
COVID, we did that.
Oh, you're on that advert there at the moment. Well, yeah, you can just read on, you know, quite a bit of it. Now, the problem with YouTube and Google and all of that, they do hide the good, juicy bits.
Now, what,
Like,
is it this? No.
I mean, there's lots of videos. There's hundreds of them.
So agenda.
But I would go on maybe channels like Rumble and Odyssey, and then type in Agenda 20.
Agenda 20 by someone.
Yeah, but go on Rumble and Odyssey.com. Yeah, Odyssey, yeah. Because a lot of YouTube, it's all censored. I'm on YouTube now, and like it's, the amount of times that I'm blocked and censored all the time. They don't like us talking. You're not supposed to have a free thinking mind. You know, you're meant to do as you're told, go to work, you know, like, and you know, come home, pay the bills, and wait for your coffin to arrive. You're not meant to think.
Hold the line.
Yeah. But we're kind of
Which guy is it? What's his name?
Klaus Schwab. So it'd be KL. Yeah, Klaus. There you go. That one there. Middle. No. Yeah, you click the top one. Have to go back. So, yeah, you have to close that one off. No, it was the X on the right. X on the right. Yeah, there's a little X there.
Now I'm gonna delete that. KL.
Yeah, KL. AU.
AUS.
SE. Yeah.
KL.
A. U. Yeah. S. That's it. And then it's. If you scroll up, yeah. So this is the guy here. He's the World Economic Forum founder. But there'll be other videos that will tell you what's really going on behind the Great Reset. It's all the same thing.
So you said Odyssey?
Yeah, Odyssey.com. That's like YouTube, you know, like a platform, and Rumble. Yes. So between them two.
Is that rumble.com or is it just Rumble?
I'm not. That's the reason I didn't give it to you. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
So I imagine if you put it into Google, it'll come up.
Probably the Odyssey one.
Yeah. But I think you'll get more truth coming out of them too than you will YouTube. You know, there's a lot happening in our world at the moment. Things are changing. Yeah.
You don't really focus on what's happening because you're focusing on that while
Yeah.
they're doing that.
That's right. The whole country's focusing on Boris at the moment, aren't they? And you know, like.
Wait, you've lost all these privileges and all these rights.
Yeah.
Always think, when did that happen?
Yes.
You're focusing elsewhere, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of change happening. It's all coming soon. We're here on the streets. We're only doing a 12-day mini tour. You know, like just going up and down, engaging with the people, letting them know, because there's a lot more. It's not all about the Great Reset. There's so much going on. You know, like I don't know.
Look at down there.
Go on. What have you seen? What What have you seen?
There's the sun, then
The corn.
Yeah. Well, that's
The
what's
corn.
happening
Look at the
with
corn.
modified corn and GMOs and that.
Ah, dear Jesus, help me.
You know, if you look up at the sky, see that's a real cloud. That's real.
Yeah.
But there's fake clouds that are going up in the sky.
Really?
So let's have a look. So today, we've got real clouds everywhere today. But when you see clouds like that, and you must have seen them. So
Them like when the
So,
aeroplane.
an aeroplane. Okay. So
Yeah.
what's meant to happen is that an aeroplane passes, and it's meant to last there for about 30 seconds, a couple of minutes. You know, and it's what we call a condensation trail. Okay. And now these things, they just get thicker and thicker and thicker and spread out, and they're there for like hours and hours and hours. So. Some people have had this examined, and it's meant to be strontium, barium, aluminium, and that. What it's for now, whether it's for our ill health and so that they can make us all sickly, so that big pharma can step in, or you've got people like. I think it's Bill Gates. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. I think it's Bill Gates, and they're trying to dim out the sun, and
He's put them everywhere, isn't he, Gates?
apparently he owns more land in America than anyone at the moment.
Look at this.
There's so much going on,
Eating now. Our eating.
and I mean, like these fast food
McDonald's.
restaurants, they're everywhere for us. You know, there's so much going on.
What is this? See,
Where are you looking at?
well, a cooperation.
Yeah, well, it's Operation Mockingbird. Created by the CIA. Let's get a TV in everyone's room and let's dumb down the whole population. That's what it's about. That's been declassified now. That's not a conspiracy theory no more. That is fact. You know, it's all been declassified, and that's what they wanted. They wanted to put a TV in every room and get these people here, get the media to spin so much lies all around the world what's happening, and you never get to hear the truth.
Who is that?
All the media of the world, that's kind of opened by about 5 corporations, you know, and they all
Tell
see.
you what they want you to know.
That's it, not
And
what's really happening, but we've got the internet, the power of the internet to find out what's going
How
on.
about Freemason?
Yeah, I mean, Freemasons, they've been around since, almost time began, and they've been,
Secret society, isn't it?
the secret societies, and it's kind of like the lower Freemasons and all that. They haven't got a clue what's going on, but the higher you go up, they're doing terrible things in our society.
It's like someone was telling me, someone was saying that, not from me, I didn't meet the person, but the person was talking to these people, saying that, obviously, Robbinswood, he said, Robbinswood is during the day is a good place, but what happens in the night, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shed blood, I don't know.
Yeah. So our governments, now you'll both agree with me, I know you will, that our governments lie to us. Okay? Our governments lie to us.
You're not going to put on TV or anything, are you?
Well, as I say, I've only got our voices, that's all what's being recorded. That guy there will be on TV all the way, but it's our, no, not TV, it's live for YouTube. Yeah, so we're just talking. Even when you walk away, I won't grab you, okay?
Our voices will be on YouTube.
Your voice as well, yes.
Okay.
But that could be anybody. How unique you are. I imagine that lots of people kind of might talk like you. So I'm very careful. I'm very respectful. I'll try and keep you away as much as possible.
Yeah.
But look, there's so much more going on. It's not necessarily all governments and that are lying to us, and they are. But how far back did it start? When did they start lying to us? Have they always been lying to us? And if that's the case, I'm gonna just before you ladies go away, I want you to ponder one thing: what is the shape of the Earth? Because we were told this when you were an impressionable young kid when you were told about, I don't know, tooth fairies, Santa Claus, Loch Ness Monster, when you didn't have the ability to critically think, you were told.
Flat, is that what you want about?
So we're suggesting that we see too far. We see too far. We see land that should be over the curvature of the earth. We see too far. So yes, we're suggesting, and there's so many references in your Bible, and you have a look at that, you know, like an immovable earth, you know, like a stationary immovable earth. It's in your Bible. It's in our Bible, I should say. It's everybody's Bible.
It is.
You know. I hope I don't offend you and all that, but
No, you're not.
I do put myself down as an agnostic. I decided that we're all from this belief system in school. We're told to believe certain things, you know, like without any critical thought or examination and that. So I've kind of like thrown this belief system out, and I want facts, and I just want. So when it comes to the Bible, I kind of put myself on the fence as agnostic. I don't know either way. I've not felt a presence of God or Jesus or anything like that. You probably have, and I applaud you, and I think that's fantastic. I really do. You know, like you have this connection, you know, with the Bible. I get that. It's okay. I have to put myself on the fence as an agnostic.
Yeah.
You know, and I think those who say that they're atheists, I think that's madness, because that's just as bad. You know, you shouldn't be an atheist because you've got no proof. You've got no proof that there's no God and the Bible's not real. You've got nothing.
Yeah, but you're searching. That's what I would say. You're not sure what it is. Right?
I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions, and it goes with the earth being flat as well. The questions have led me to, we see too far. We shouldn't be seeing these long distance lands, and they should be way over the curvature of the earth. I mean, we've got fantastic footage now on these on this technology now with infrared cameras that we can see land, you know, 100, 200, 300 miles away. We're not meant to be seeing it. There should be like a big wall of water, you know, like was it a bulge of water? We see land far too far, but there's more to it. It's not just that. And so
Some people think we're just under a dome, don't they? Some people.
well, nearly all the religions, you know, like for cosmology, all the way through, you know, like our history. If you have a look at what they believed, they all believed that we are living under a dome. Now, I don't know whether it's a dome and all. I like to say, do you remember I say I don't do beliefs no more? Come out of the belief system. I like to say and be comfortable with, I don't know. And be comfortable there, you know. So when you ask me a question, I give you no BS. I just say I don't know, or I do know, or I may suspect that something is this way. You know, I just, let's not do beliefs, you know. But your belief in God and the Bible, that comes from a different place. You've got a connection somewhere. That's different, you know. So I accept that. You know.
No, and I accept also, because, you know, I've been brought up as a Christian from young age.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm not, but I've been brought up in a Christian home. It taught me what is to know who God is.
Yeah.
But also as I grew up, I could see what God has done.
Right.
And
Well, you tell
for
them.
me to live and have my being, I know it's Him.
Yeah.
For me to die also is Him. If time comes that there's more people coming.
Yeah.
There's more people gonna be born, and we're gonna live up to a certain age and leave. But I'm just saying, knowing God, I started from a young age.
But you have, I guess, with God in your life and Jesus and Bible and that, you have this happiness and contentment in your heart, in your life. You know, this is what makes you who you are, and you're happy. And so if I take all that away, you're a lesser person more than likely. You know?
I'll be empty.
You'll be empty. Yes.
I'll be empty.
So I get that. I do.
And
You know, I
let me
appreciate.
tell you, as a human being, you are more easily feel empty in us, because sometimes you could be going circumstances in your life and you find there's some kind of, you lose maybe some peace in mind, that maybe someone stepped on your shoe.
Yeah.
And that joy you had a few minutes ago is
Yeah.
no longer there.
Yeah.
So you become that. But if you still remember, actually, where does my source come from?
Yeah.
My happiness source come from?
Yeah.
And if you know it's God,
Yeah.
the only thing I know, I can only ask God.
Yeah.
I feel inside me, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah.
Or remove what the negative
Yeah.
thought that makes me unhappy.
Yeah.
And it's like this morning I was asking another sister, I feel like down, say no. Ask God to give you that, to take that and give you just joy. Because sometimes you could be focusing on one thing,
Yeah.
and there's around 10,000 things or 10 things that are so good, and you're focusing on one negative thing
Right.
and make you unhappy.
Yeah. I get that.
Happiness
I get that.
is a daily thing that you need it.
Yeah.
Daily.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
we will never be happy on our own every day.
Yeah.
I have a wife, I
Yeah.
have children,
Yeah.
they're healthy and all that. Just keep on living like that. You find there's another day, you don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Then the
I have
happiness
more
drops
happy days
down.
than I do miserable days. You know. But yeah,
So
no.
you'd
I get it.
find, yeah, so
You sound and talk just like my mum, you know. You do.
I sound like,
You sound like my mum.
oh, here you go.
Yeah.
You're all right, you know, we fit in, how would I say?
Right. All right.
Always you meet people and
Yeah.
they can look alike with some kind of how we interact with each other.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Yeah.
Anyway, so you've got some homework to look at the Great Reset.
I'm gonna do that.
You're going to do that. Your friend's going to help you.
Okay, I've already marked.
Yeah.
I put a thumb up so it will come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to know a little bit more about flat Earth and that, then I suggest not do it through YouTube or what's it? Try the Odyssey. And, yeah, I think you'll do a whole lot better. There is an actual fantastic film to watch, and it's called 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. It's a fascinating video, and it's a long-winded 2-hour video, and in the first 10 minutes you'll probably turn it off because it will trigger a few things and you'll go, oh, that makes sense, but it can't be. It's got to be rubbish. It can't be. And it'll annoy you.
And you've never finished?
It's 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. It's the first video I watched and I turned it off after 10 minutes or 20 minutes or so. I went to bed. I stood looking at the ceiling for hours and hours and hours, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. And so much of it just makes so much sense. You know, we have been told lies. Right now, it's happening now, but how far back did it go? When did they start it? Have you ever been told the truth? You know? Sorry?
You got 9/11 as well.
Yeah, are you onto that? You know about 9/11? You know, basically there was no aeroplanes. No aeroplanes whatsoever, 9/11. Let me give you one of them. And on there, there's a website called 911planehoax.com. What we've seen on TV was nothing more than CGI. I watched it live on TV and I seen them planes hit them buildings, and I was 100% certain that them planes hit them buildings. But there were no planes. That was nothing but CGI. And people, there's so many witness testimonies on the ground, never seen no planes. And I don't know if you know what a bird strike would be like when it hits the front of a plane. Kind of like it kind of ruins it, you know. Like, and but if you look at the video again of them planes, you actually see the nose come back out the other side. It passes through all that steel, all them big steel columns, all that concrete, and it actually passes out the other side intact. That's nonsense. That's the mistaken CGI that they've. And most, I would say, nearly every engineer in the world knows it was. Yeah, you grab that. Every engineer, they know that it was a controlled demolition. Yeah, there's just got a few. It's just for a few. What's it? Links, a few websites there for you guys. You know, that's enough of my preaching.
Yeah, thank you. And
It's nice talking to you.
we invite you to chat.
Oh, and can I? Is your church sort of like a bit of a gospel type church? Is it?
No.
It's not. It's not. Oh, because I went to a gospel type church.
Clappy.
Sorry, sir.
Adventist is
I don't know that one.
Saturday.
All right. Okay.
It's like yeah.
Well, I'm afraid we are travelling up and down the country, and we will be in a different town every day.
Don't worry, whenever you have time.
Right.
Anywhere.
Repeat it again. It's a what church?
Seventh-day Adventist.
Adventist. I don't know that.
Yeah, we worship on Saturday, Sabbath.
Oh, I see. My friend Dave Murphy. He doesn't go to church and all that, but he has his Sabbath on a Saturday, and does nothing. You know, I call him lazy, but he does nothing.
Yeah, Sabbath.
Oh right,
So
okay.
if you were to get a chance, come pop around.
Oh, I would. If I'm in the area, I would pop
We're
in.
we're near.
Only for some cake. I'm sure you've got some cake there.
Near where Fred West. That's our church near next
Right,
to.
okay.
Fred West, where you know the guy who.
Yes,
committed
yes,
loads of
yes.
crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I would omit that one in future.
Yeah, sure. Even if we don't meet, you will.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll ask more questions to your friends.
That's what we all should be doing all the time, engaging with each other and learning from each other, asking questions. Yeah.
I hope you'll do editing there.
Yeah. All right. No. All right.
You can say to your friend that you've met some people that go to church on Saturdays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will do. Yeah. Lovely to talk to you. Bye. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. Sat with there.
Yeah, you did.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Fellow.
Let me come over this side, and it's only because I don't want to put them on TV.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, I promised I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, so it was. I was met with resistance from him.
I know, it was heated as hell at first. I said to everyone, bloody hell, I think there's going to be a fight in a minute. No, I seen it all calm down, and it got really, yeah.
She was like, oh, I'm gonna
That's nearly a 2-hour conversation or something, wasn't it?
What are your channel's name? So I gave her
Yeah.
your channel name.
Yeah.
Channel name.
I'm going to go on this side.
I said I posted stuff on Facebook as well. You can give it a chat, and I was just sort of explaining it. We're just trying to keep saying it's appeal to people. We're not trying to tell people what to do.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's okay to project stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, he's going to go and have a look at certain things.
That's really good.
It was alright, I felt right about it. But yeah, in the beginning it was a little bit sort of...
Oh, it was.
I was a bit, because he was sat next to me, he looked a bit irritated as well. And he said a couple of things. He said one thing to me that kind of triggered me a little bit. He said, have you ever been to school?
Oh, yes, that was...
below the belt.
Yes.
So I said to him, well, I went to Manchester University, I didn't go to Oxford. Sorry about that. They didn't like my sarcasm. What do you want me to say? No, I didn't go to school, but anyway, it's alright. So we were both a little bit triggered with a small tea, but it was okay in the end.
And the girl that was in the wheelchair as well, she was part of the
She
conversation?
was part of the conversation, so the three of us were talking, and she was like saying, well, that makes sense, and this makes sense, because we were talking about how, you know, we're told doesn't equate, and how we've noticed that the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
They both agreed on that, and that's funny, that, isn't it? The kind of thing they both agreed on.
Right.
Which is...
Yeah. I think some people do can see certain things, can't they?
But he was weaponised though. He was like, "Oh, you one of them flat earthers? Don't tell me I'm one of them flat earthers." And I'm like,
How far can I kick him? Yeah, so Sven had a long conversation there, but they were lovely. Them two ladies, absolutely lovely. Can't be flat. You're right.
Well, if light travels at 187,000 miles per second.
Yes, okay.
No, you haven't. But obviously, I do recognise that's the flat Earth map.
What if the sun was a lot smaller and more localised because it's big as a temple? It wasn't anything 1,000 miles.
But then you'd have to then rearrange. In order for that to work, you have to rearrange too many things. Like conventional science that we know of, that, like physics.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a cold one.
So you might not believe it, but like the laws of physics are making that bike, the wheels on that go around and travel. So like what I'm saying is whether you believe it or not, there's certain things that are real until you can, or anybody can come with a better theory. Right,
Oh, it's that thing again.
Equations to make everything
Found the theory.
then
Hey, like.
So you can
But then, obviously, by making the sun smaller, in that theory, which, like I said, any theory, I'm prepared to do the
Maybe that.
to put in the
Like
groundwork,
that. Like that. Just like that.
like that.
Very localised. Small, localised.
But then that then changes like sort of the gravity of everything, doesn't it?
So how do we know gravity exists?
How do we know gravity exists? Because we fall to the ground. It's a proven force.
Could there be any other explanation?
Like what? Like what? For example,
Buoyancy and density.
buoyancy and density.
Now, if you hear me out, my body weight is heavier than the atmosphere that surrounds it, so I'm going to drop. A helium balloon is heavier than the atmosphere that surrounds it, so it's going to rise. Buoyancy and density explains why things rise and drop. There's no reason for me to float away, I'm too heavy. So the theory of gravity, which has never actually been proven, because it's called the theory of gravity, Einstein did never actually prove its existence, nor the gravitational constant. So they are theoretical concepts which we were brainwashed from a very early age.
So they're theoretical concepts,
Yep.
right? They're theoretical concepts. So it's an assumption. Yeah.
A massive assumption.
It's the best, but it's the best assumption that they have.
No.
But hang on.
You have
And the great
What I'm
story.
saying is, though, is based on these assumptions, right? Our technology and our infrastructure works based on these assumptions. So what I would like is for somebody to go, all right then, here's what it really is, and actually all your stuff really still works.
But shouldn't you be able to prove the foundations of your beliefs?
I believe
Yeah, your belief in gravity.
The theory. The belief.
it's simple.
Yeah, well, you haven't proven it yet. I've actually
But
proven
you haven't disproven it, I don't know.
No, the onus is on the claimant who claims something. You claiming gravity.
Well, really, the onus is should be on anybody who's trying to say that it's anything different.
No, if I say I've got a pink elephant in my bedroom, the onus is not on you to disprove that. The onus is on me to prove my claim.
But what experiments have you done then?
I've taken a 3 metre spirit level on the shore from an island 20-30 miles away from the mainland and measured the distance, can't remember what distance it was, but long distance where there should be curvature on the horizon. Nobody's ever measured any curvature, nobody's observed any curvature. According to the calculations of the alleged curvature...
Do you want to do a weather balloon experiment with me?
You keep interrupting me for a minute. I can see things that are too far to see because below the curvature. Modern technology and power zoom, I can see so much now that I shouldn't be able to see according to the official curvature of the Earth. That just proves the curvature.
See, so my mate comes up with this one. So I'm used to having these discussions, is what I'm saying. So, as I said to you at the start, I believe it's an oblate spheroid.
I believe.
Right, whatever, I think.
No, we've got to be clear what words we use. You haven't got proof, it's a belief system you've got. You believe.
But it's the same, it's no different to the belief system that you've got, is
I've
it?
got no belief system. I'm questioning official narrative was given to me. I haven't claimed I know the shape of the Earth. I'm questioning...
I haven't claimed, I said I think, or I
you
believe.
said you believe.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not quite the same thing.
It's the same
Well,
thing.
if you let me explain, to think is more flexible. To believe is more cemented and unflexible. It's a belief system which is founded in cement. To say you think, it can be variable, it can be flexible. A belief system.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's just words. It's just wordplay.
It's not just
Do you know,
wordplay.
it's
It's a definition.
wordplay.
It's only a definition.
It's the same kind of thing. Basically, what it seems to me is it's an object spheroid. So like, obviously,
It seems. So we've got belief and we've got
the
seems.
thing is so what you're trying to do, what you were trying to do with your experiment on the beach. Obviously, you were trying to disprove it from being.
I was looking for chemtrails.
Yeah. So, which to you that means then that it's not a sphere.
Well,
Right.
if I can't, nobody's detected chemtrail, and you just agreed that nobody's circumnavigating the Earth between north and south. We've never seen water bend round a ball. Water does not perform mysterious shapes. The gravity is a theory that's never been actually proven. So it's huge holes in the heliocentric model, and there's no proof to show its existence.
So, I agree with you to a point, but where I don't agree, like, so the conventional map, okay, the conventional map, you can navigate by hand.
Have you done it?
No.
Right, so it's another belief you have.
So you're saying you can't navigate by hand?
No, I'm just saying whatever.
That's what you're saying then, isn't it? Is you can't navigate by hand. Nobody can navigate by hand using a map.
You navigate by the stars.
So what I'm saying is that I could get the conventional map, right? Say for example, we were doing an experiment.
That's the conventional map.
Right,
That's the
so
that's the
you can
age
navigate,
world map.
yeah, by hand on a boat
Yeah.
using the conventional map. So I challenge
That's a
anyone
flat
of
Earth
you
map.
to navigate, yeah, using the flat Earth map.
But that's what
by
they do.
hand.
You haven't looked.
I'm not presenting to you.
That's the what's it? The Air Force map. That's what they used to navigate from. Look, it's identical.
But it works.
Can I ask you an honest question? Are you going through a bit of cognitive dissonance?
Huh?
Cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive distance, no?
Because you're defending your model very, very strongly. You can't prove it.
Neither can you.
I'm not here to prove it. I'm here to question it.
I'm happy to question anything. But like what I'm saying is it's got,
How big is the Earth?
how big is the Earth? I don't know. These at the moment.
Wait. So you're arguing a model and you don't know the fundamentals.
I'm not arguing the model. I don't know.
Yes, you are. You're saying you believe in a model you don't know the facts of.
What I've said is I don't agree with NASA and all that, but I don't also believe that the Earth's flat. Why does it have to be one or two extremes?
But I'm not arguing with that.
Why does it have to be one or two extremes?
I've had to say to you
So,
6
so,
times
so
now.
basically, if I'm saying, as soon as I say I don't agree with the flat Earth, what you're saying is that I automatically have to agree with NASA. Whereas what I'm saying is I'm somewhere in the middle.
I don't think you're listening to anything I'm saying. I've said several times to you that I've never claimed the Earth is flat, but you keep questioning about the flat Earth.
So why have you got a flat Earth, man?
That's not mine. That's mine there.
Right. So why has he got a flat Earth, man? He
What do you
believes that the Earth's flat.
ask him why he's got a flat Earth?
It's like what I'm saying
I'll
is,
answer anything.
and that, like, then this is the thing is most of the thing, like literally anything to do with the government, that kind of conspiracies, I don't really know about them into. But like the only way where I differ is that like to me personally, no disrespect, I believe that the flat Earth is a psyop.
Belief again.
It's been put there. Whatever.
That's a horrible word. Belief.
I think then.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
We're more receptive to that. You see,
It's the same
Because
thing.
we can have a discussion. What do you think?
The flat Earth conspiracy is a psyop.
And were you told,
It's
were
a,
you
it's a
told
red
that?
herring conspiracy
Were you told that?
to make the rest of the conspiracy theories look stupid.
Yeah.
Were you told that?
No, I can consider my own
Okay.
conclusion on that.
So, for myself, I did my own experiment to find out, why is it that I can see too far, and I can see too far. So, where I live in Devon, and when I'm stood in Brixton on the pier, there's a small little lighthouse beside me, and I can see 17.5 miles away, and that's 17.5 miles away. Obviously, there would be a mathematical formula for a curvature drop, yeah, there would be, and there is, and and it's agreed upon. It's agreed upon by those who like to debunk flat Earth. It's agreed upon by them up to about 1,000 miles, because apparently it drifts out about a foot, but we're talking a foot, okay? But this place that I can see people walking on the beach, 17.5 miles away, It's there. They're walking on the beach, and there's meant to be like 40, 50 feet of like earth curvature, you know, of a big bulge of water from me to them. I'm not meant to see anybody on the beach. Not meant to see the beach at all. But I can. They're there. You know, like so there's no obvious fundamental.
Some kind of an anomaly. Yeah.
So I wanted to check it out even further. Now I come across a lot of channels like Jay Tolan, and you can find this out yourself. He's got because technology is getting past all the lies that we've been told. But anyway, technology now with an infrared camera, you can actually cut through all the noise, all the atmospheric conditions, all the rubbish. Because how vibrant these flowers are on this. But if we look like, I don't know, 5 miles in the distance and all that, it'd be all greyed out. You wouldn't really see, you know, like these green trees and all that gets greyer and greyer because of the atmospheric, you know, conditions, you know, from here to as we, you know, look further. So if you look at Jay Tolan's work with his infrared, you can bump it on YouTube and look at it. He's got land that you can see 300, 400, 500 miles away. Land that not should be, you know, like 20, 40 feet, you know, like below the curvature, but there should be miles.
Well, hang on though, because I'm going to say to you what he said to me.
Go on.
Have you personally verified that?
Not his work.
No, so that's exactly what his argument would be.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Do you know what I mean? Anybody that puts any kind of video up,
if we're on the street,
unless it's been verified by an independent, like adjudicator that you trust or that we trust.
If we're on the street scoring points, if that's all we're here, and we're not here to learn from each other. If we're only here to score points and say, look, I just won that point. You know, like, yeah, you could win that point. You know, like, but I'm kind of here to learn from you, and hopefully that you could learn something from me. We see too far. We really do see too far. And all I'm suggesting that there is a mathematical formula. There is I think you can go, just put in flat Earth curvature calculators in, you know, in Google, and do your own examination, your own what do you call it? Not examinations, your own research. Yeah. I mean, just check it out for yourself. Don't believe, and I accept that you wouldn't believe the crazy man in the street. You've decided.
It's not that I think that you're crazy or anything, because like I said, it's my mate's dad. Is mad into the flat Earth.
Right.
And for years I've had like literally I've had so many like sort of discussions with him about it, debates. And it's just, like for me it's just a dead.
Okay. But literally, let's stop there.
What bearing does it have on our lives in reality?
A lot. It means that, you know, like these people.
The thing is, they're trying to vaccinate you with all sorts.
Right. So you're there.
Shape the fucking planet.
Well, it's all connected. Because they've been lying to us and lying to us. The government, they've been lying to us at an early age. You know, like and your mum and dad got lied to, and their mum and dad got lied to, and we're saying, hang on, you know, like we've got actual evidence that supports I've got evidence that supports my claim that I can see too far. I've got that evidence. I've done some of my research and that. Someone's lying to us, and it needs to be.
Literally, I don't disagree. I'm a full-on conspiracy theorist. I have been for half my life.
Well, hopefully, just that one point that next time you're on the beach and you look out.
7 years ago, like literally, I was like when my mate's dad started getting into this. Yeah. We had all these discussions, and I got to the point where I'd had enough. I'm sure. I'm not joking. I'd actually had enough.
I get
and to kill the point.
Yeah.
Right, once and for all.
Yeah.
I was literally going to launch a weather balloon, and when I worked it out, it was going to cost me about £1,400. I ain't got that kind of money.
Right, and we've done it. We've sent up thousands of these red balloons.
You have personally.
I haven't.
You haven't personally. And that's what I'm saying is I was actually going to do that personally.
I haven't.
And seriously, if you actually want to do that, I'll be happy to be involved in those kind of projects.
But let me just get this across. Now, I've seen schools and colleges, and they send up their weather balloons, and they show Earth's curvature, okay? But before it took off, they show Earth's curvature on the floor, because they're using the fisheye GoPro lenses and stuff, you know, like, and you can see the Earth curvature literally on the tarmac, you know, on the floor before it goes up. Now, I've watched, and you can do it yourself, if you look at a lot of independent, you know, like, and you can see this footage literally from ground level going all the way up, and with no, fisheye lens correction or anything like that, where they've got cameras that have just no distorted lenses. And I'm telling you, it's flat.
That you need, because obviously, again, it rings about.
It's anything that has no lens distortion.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
my mate's
that's
a
what you
professional
need.
photographer. He was going to rig me up with one that was going to be authentic.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
And right, so the first person that went up just high enough was Auguste Piccard. I forget how far up he went. This is back in was it early 1900s, I think it was. And he was the first person that went up high enough. He actually spoke to people on Popular Mechanics magazine, and they asked him what shape was the Earth then. You know, did you see the curvature and all that? And he said, no, Earth is flat with upturned edges. Auguste Piccard, that was his quote. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. There's always something going on every town, isn't there? But that's what he said, Auguste Piccard. And I say, we've said, you only have to go online. You're right. I mean, like, have I done it myself? I'd love to do it myself.
This is the only thing. It's not to score points. But when I was saying to him about, this is what we know, the infrastructure works, blah, 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 the speed of light, he's telling me, you proving that yourself. Yeah. So it's the same. I'm going to use the same argument. You know what I mean? The same thing. Yeah. Whatever video you're going to try and tell me to watch, unless you independently verify that yourself,
I know.
It can be.
But I always put that disclaimer in. Never believe a word that I say anyway. Go check it out for yourself. I'll always put that disclaimer in. Yeah. You know, like because
like I said, is like I was actually prepared to launch a weather balloon, and you know what annoyed me the most?
Go on.
Is my mate that was like. My mate's dad that was banging on about it, definitely like 100% it's flat.
Yeah.
He didn't want to put a penny in.
Right.
It's just like, well, if you're all that convinced that it's flat, mate, you know.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's
I think
I'm prepared to. I'm prepared, like literally.
And what was it? We're talking anywhere between £500 and £1,000.
Over £1,000.
£1,000.
It was about 1,200.
All right. Okay. Is that with with cameras involved?
That's with everything. The biggest weather balloon that goes up.
That goes up.
That you can get. I think it was, I can't remember. It was 125.
And I think people should be looking at some sort of gadget that would release the air pressure in that, the helium in that, because obviously as it goes higher, it expands and then goes pop. But if you could release some of that helium, as it goes higher and all that, I'm sure it might even go even higher before it pops. So maybe that's something to look at.
So what do you think it is then, in your opinion? Yeah, what do you think it is?
Well,
there's so many. This is the thing, is it's not even a uniformed theory.
Okay.
You've got different sort of different people that believe.
I'm suspecting.
You said with raised edges.
I'm suspecting that for myself and we're told, like that. Got to see the securities here as well. We're told that space could be infinite and ever expanding. Okay. Again, that's just it's another story. Cool story, bro. It's a theory, isn't it? Another theory. And we have been told, to recognise theories as just the best evidence we've got at the moment, and it's almost a fact, but it's not. It's an agreed story by others. That's all it is. So, couldn't Earth be? If we don't believe in these pictures from space, if I don't believe in NASA, I think NASA's only there to trick us and fool us on the shape of the Earth and that's what I suspect. Okay. So couldn't Earth carry on infinitely forever?
So you believe in the infinite plane?
For a lot of it kind of makes sense to me because of air pressure and that. To have air pressure, we have to be contained in some way, okay? So it has to be, that's how you get air pressure.
So
you can't.
The sun.
Go on.
Because I'm trying to get now.
The sun.
You believe it's smaller?
Well, the sun. I will have to put in the I don't know category, and no one else does because no one's actually been there. Okay. No one's. Do you know how we measure the distance to the sun? we measured it. I think was it Venus transiting the sun, and we said, you know, it took so long for Venus to transit the sun, so therefore we can do a little calculation, and then we know how far away the sun is. But that's rubbish because we never even knew how far away Venus was. You know, like, so it's axioms, assumptions built on assumptions. The sun is meant to be 93 million miles away. There's no evidence or proof to that. We've got nothing.
So
another theory.
So to get, because I want to get what you think.
And that's all I can know of it.
So
on the
like,
street, I'll always say I'll give you no BS because I don't know.
You think, yeah? This is the flat Earth map.
This is a representation, just like, you know, like you have how many different representations of a globe Earth? I don't know. You got the Mercator.
Yeah. No, this is what I'm saying.
Many
So this is one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if they're the true dimensions or in the right place. Haven't the foggiest. Antarctica would be everywhere.
Edge,
Would be well, not the edge.
Do you believe in the nice wall?
Not a edge. You mean there might be an inner edge because
some people believe there's a nice wall.
Well, no, there is.
Or like a dome, I've heard.
Yeah.
Or a force field.
Well, let's say dome, force field, and all that. That has to go in the category of I don't know.
You don't know.
You have to do that. You have to be honest with yourself.
This is the thing, though, isn't it? And like literally, without being disrespectful, I've had this same discussion with my mate's dad.
It's better than giving BS.
When I ask them a question, when I ask flat earthers a question, a lot of the answers that I get is I don't know.
No, you don't get that.
And like
most people give you a belief again.
In the official narrative, in the oblate spheroid with what we know is we can have definitive answers.
One question. If the Earth is flat,
I'm not saying
why can't you see the end?
I don't know.
Why can't you see it?
Oh well. Could it be atmospheric conditions?
Get binoculars.
Could it be? See this tree here? See how green it is?
Why is it?
You're not listening. See this green tree here? Well, you asked me a question. I'm trying to answer your question. Bye bye.
Why is it?
This when you can't engage like that. If you know, we're having a great conversation where I can talk to you, you'll talk to me. Yeah. You just asked me a question. You asked me a question. I'm not interested. Not interested, mate. You're a liar. Yeah, I don't. Okay. So yeah, that's carry on.
So like what I'm saying is like which theory of it are you more into?
Okay.
Like literally, I'm kind of baffled by all of them. Thinking, well, like obviously, some people believe there's a dome or an ice wall, or whatever. Some people believe it's just
both
an infinite plane.
Yeah.
So it's just from beyond there. There's just land.
Yeah.
Some people. Is that what you think?
Again, you have to be comfortable with the word I don't know. You've got to be.
But come on, man.
No.
Speculate for me, bro. Come on.
I can say I suspect.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I believe because I don't know.
I don't know. That's fine. But what do you?
Has to be the
which
truth.
One do you suspect then?
I'm suspecting that Earth would carry on forever.
So infinite thing.
Yeah, infinite.
Right. So the sun.
So
I've seen other maps. This is what I'm going to ask you about as well.
Go on.
I've seen other maps.
Yeah.
Right. Where beyond this, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's other land.
Islands,
That's the Hawaiian map that they found in Tibet.
My question is, and I asked my mate this, and he couldn't answer it. The answer that he gave me was the same one that you've given me. Is I don't know.
Okay.
Right. So basically, the sun.
So this guy here, the guy who went down to Antarctica, okay, where he took about 5,000 people to Antarctica. Admiral Byrd.
I know about Admiral Byrd.
Okay. But let me finish.
I was on the Hollowworth one before the play.
Let me finish. Oh yeah, that's a good one. But let me finish. Look, when he on the Longines TV show, you see him, and he turned around and says that when he went down to the South Pole, he came across land bigger than America itself. Yeah. But where he was, put in that Hawaiian map that they found in Tibet. Guy went to Tibet, from Hawaii, found that map, what you just mentioned. But if you look at that kind of coincides where Admiral E. Byrd was on about, and there is land bigger than America itself. I don't know whether that's real or not. It sounds like a cool story, bro. It does, and so no BS.
So basically, right, the sun
Okay.
Yeah. So in your what do you think about the sun? Then you believe that it's smaller.
Okay.
And not so far away from it.
Yeah, I think that their calculations of it being conveniently 400 times further away, 400 times bigger than what is it, our moon, and that made it coincidentally exactly the same sky in the sky. No, I can't. I'm not buying into that at all. With no shred of evidence to back that up whatsoever, because they had about. Over the years, they had about 12 different scientists, from like Kepler to, I never bloody remember names. I'm so sorry, but they've had about 12 different accounts of the distance to the sun. You know, like from it could be 6 million miles away, 12 million miles away, 30 million miles away, and now we've stopped at 93 million miles away with no extra evidence.
So you don't think that the sun is basically, you think that's
well, the way
the official narrative of the sun, you don't.
Okay. The way the seasons and all that work and that, and with the sun and that, I had questions before Flat Earth. Even as a child, seasons never made any sense to me. Okay, never did. So in our winter, okay, the sun, when it's at a particular angle in the sky, even when it's right above our head, I can't feel it. There's no heat coming from it. That's on our winter. And it's right above the sky. It's right there, okay? And there's not, and the sun's meant to be, and the sun is closer in our winter. So in our summer, the sun is further away. And when the sun is low in the sky, first thing in the morning, late at night, I can feel that sun. It's further away. And I can feel it, and it's at a lower angle in the sky. Shouldn't be able. It should be the total opposite way around.
Going back then, so basically, if the sun is the speed of light what they say it is?
I don't actually believe that light travels let's say from stars. Let's say from the sun, say 93 million miles. I don't believe that light travels forever, and the stars that we see that's our history or something. I don't believe in all that nonsense. It seems it's too bloody ridiculous. If there's meant to be stars that is more than grains of sand in our world.
In order to say that, though, for me, you have to be able to come up with a theory.
Well, the sky would be white, wouldn't it?
Would
it be white?
With a theory, right?
Yeah. Well, the theory.
That's like.
Well, maybe not a theory, but reasoning.
To the one that you're denouncing.
Yeah. I don't buy into theories. The best evidence that we've got at the moment is just an agreed story about from other people. I don't buy into that.
So the sun, right?
Well, okay.
This is the flat Earth, right? The sun.
Let's look at the sun. Let's look at
But hang on. How fast does it travel? Does the speed of light travel? Do you agree or disagree with the speed of light?
I disagree.
You disagree with the speed of light?
I do. But
what evidence have you got, though, for disagreeing with the speed of light? Have you done any experiments yourself?
Right, okay.
To try and find out what the speed of light is?
Well, a little bit of common sense right now, okay? If you have one of the brightest materials that you could set fire to right now, and it would I forget what that is. Is it magnesium or something that you set fire to or something, and it goes really so bright you can't look at it? I think it's magnesium. It might be that, or not. But if you set fire, right? If we get a big bucket full here and we set fire to it, I don't believe that light will travel forever. I don't think I'll be able to. So what I'm saying is that I don't believe that you're going to see that light.
Any light, if the Earth was flat, right? This is what I believe. If it's traveling at 187,000 miles per second, in 1 second, if this is the flat plane and there's nothing to block out the light, in 1 second, it's going to be daylight everywhere.
No.
Why isn't it?
Because there's no proof to that. There really isn't.
What do you mean there's no proof to that? That's the speed of light.
So let's say.
So where's your proof?
Well, let me look at.
What is the
let me
speed
speak.
of light?
Let me speak. I'll speak then. I'll answer you.
Because
I can't do it. Can't do it. Let me speak.
Is the same as
you're scoring points. You're doing this point scoring again. You got it. Then let me speak. Let's speak.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Come with a better theory than what.
No. I'm going to challenge your theory. I'm going to challenge your theory. Okay. If there are stars. Behind stars further away, behind stars further away, behind stars, and there's more stars, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of stars in every direction, your theory, your sky would be washed with white It will be daylight forever. It will just be white, the whole sky. That's based on your theory that light travels, like from all of these stars forever and ever. It doesn't.
So basically, light. You telling me that light doesn't travel that fast? Or it doesn't travel that far?
I'm suggesting that there's no proof to what your claim is, and that you can't prove it. It's just another belief system.
What I'm saying is, where have you done the research?
It's a belief system. No, I would like to know the proof to that. It's reasoning. It's logic. Is it not? Is what I just said then? Was that not logical?
No.
How not?
Because what it is it's non-logic. You're trying to disprove science with like unscientific principles. If that's the Earth is flat, right?
Okay.
And light travels at 187,000 miles per second.
So you say?
Yeah.
So you say?
In 1 second.
So you say?
In 1 second, the whole Earth would be lit up.
Again.
And we wouldn't have.
That's your belief
nighttime
system.
And daytime in different countries.
That's your belief system again, kicking in.
How is it my belief system? That's a scientific fact.
Okay.
It's flat. Where does the sun set?
So, where does the sun set? It actually goes out of your. It goes into the distance. It goes into perspective. It doesn't set. It never sets.
So it goes out of your perspective, out of your vision.
Yes.
And that's why light can't travel at the speed of light. Because if it travelled at 187,000 miles per second, there'd be no way.
I left because I think his tongue's in overdrive and his ears aren't working.
No, that's right. Right, so I'll give you one little thing for you to examine, okay? The 24-hour sun. In the north, you can go to like places like Svalbard or even top of Norway and that, and you can, I think it's like June 22nd, summer solstice, and you can view the 24-hour sun, 360 degrees, and there's so much footage online, and you can view that, and you can go and do that yourself. 24-hour sun in the north. If you live on a ball in the south, as close to the South Pole as possible, okay, we should also be able to see the 24-hour sun. And yeah, would that make sense? But there's no footage, and there's loads of scientists. And I have seen some footage, and I'll tell you why it's fake, okay? I've seen some footage because there's flagpoles here, and you see a shadow, and the shadow goes there and stops. And the shadow starts there and stops. And then sometimes you see mountains, and you see, the clouds, and you follow the mountain, and then you go right the way right round, and then you come back here, and you see the same cloud coming back. It's identical, because they're editing all their footage and all that. There has never been any videos shown of the 24-hour sun. And the amount of people, if you went down there, that would be the first thing that you'd want to, if on that date, that'd be one of the first things that you'd want to film, because it would be an amazing, video to throw up on YouTube. And there's thousands and thousands of people go there every year, and yet no one films this 24-hour sun. You'll go online and you'll find so much evidence of this 24-hour sun in the north, not in the south you won't. It doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to score points in the street. I'm just trying to say to you, is that not worth looking into? Is that not? Surely it is. Is that not worth looking into? There should be a 24-hour sun in the south.
Like, personally, I don't think it's as pressing matter to look into.
No,
I'm not saying
it probably isn't.
By all means, look into it, but I'm more concerned with the injection. Trying to vaccinate everybody before sorts.
Yes. That's fair enough. No, that's fair enough. I get that. That's okay. So I guess that we should leave it there. We're on the same.
I just want one more thing.
All right.
Because, like I said, I've seen other maps, right, where there's other lands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond Antarctica, or beyond the ice wall, or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So my question is, because have you seen the theory where the sun kind of goes round like that?
And comes in and then goes back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So, like, basically, right, with, say there's other islands.
Basically,
it
answers.
What's lighting them up? If there's other lands, right?
Well, who says they are being lit up?
So they're in perpetual
We don't
darkness
know.
then?
Remember, be comfortable saying the things that you don't know, I don't know,
then
and never give out BS.
What would make,
if you don't know something,
so
no
then
BS.
What are you saying then?
I don't know.
Because you
I don't know.
think that there's an infinite plane.
No, I suspect
You suspect
you
that, isn't it,
challenged me
something?
on an answer, and I said I suspect.
What I want to know is
I
what
don't
you
know.
think about it.
I don't know.
Because like,
I'm not going to do.
Everyone's got their own little favourite
I
one that
be-
they
I-
like to.
Look, I believed in Santa Claus. I believed in Santa Claus. I was part of the belief system. I believed in the Tooth Fairy and Loch Ness Monster.
You've
part
seen
of
the
that.
other maps, yeah. You've seen the other maps,
Yeah.
where there is land beyond.
I've seen that picture.
And what always puzzled me with that is that if the sun is the way the flat earthers are saying it is, those extra lands beyond Antarctica, they must either A, be in perpetual darkness, or B, have another sun that lights them up.
Or there could be another sun. Yes, yeah, I accept that. It'd be one or the other. They're
So
either
which one would...
I don't know. Don't you dare. No.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to be comfortable
for me,
and not give out BS.
For me, I'd have to feel. I couldn't be like, oh wow, it might be this and it might be that. That don't. It's not very convincing.
Well, I'm not.
Do you know what I mean? When you say it,
I know, but not here to convince you. These people who give you your BS on the Big Bang Theory and all that, they're the people that have been convincing you, and they convince you with BS. You got no proof.
You know what? Even though I know, that they're lying to me, blood.
Yeah.
You know what? Their Google Earth map, their map, I can put in a postcode and get to where I need.
Yeah. Well.
You get me?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do. I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I know they're all liars.
Their
maps work.
Yeah, well, they don't necessarily work that well in the southern hemisphere, and that they don't work that well. GPS and their maps, no, they work terrible in the southern hemisphere. It's funny because when they stop working, it's like not only is the GPS stop working, it's because the phone signals go as well. Always kind of but mostly in the southern hemisphere.
So this is another thing that I've always wondered as well.
Go on.
And that I've searched for. I have searched high and low.
Go on.
Right. I cannot. Have you found anybody online, that has claimed that they've been beyond there, or they've worked for a secret military organisation and they were there? How many? If you go on YouTube, think about it, right?
Yeah.
How many conspiracies can you find,
Yeah.
that where people have talked about aliens, they've talked about space, they've talked about this, they've talked about that.
And it's allowed.
How many conspiracies, have you where people have said, oh, the Earth's flat? You know what?
Yeah.
I used to work at Area 51,
Yeah.
and the big secret there is that the Earth's flat.
Okay, well, we've got lots of military personnel that come out and they tell us that, yes, the Earth is flat, and the reason being is that they've got line of sight technology that they have to point a laser on a building, on an object over 100 miles away before they fire their missile. They have to have a line of sight. And they've come out and they've turned around and said, we can see this stuff over 100 miles away, in our warships and, in our aeroplanes and all sorts. We can see this stuff.
Nobody's ever been beyond that.
I've not come across
This
any
is the thing
information.
as well, is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I've heard people
Be
say
huge.
that there's
But don't forget,
the Navy is
don't forget
patrolling all around-
they did this.
all around the ice wall.
You know what that is? That's the Antarctic Treaty.
Yeah, well, no one's allowed to go there. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
maybe
what I
that's
mean
why
with
that's
the
all shut
Antarctic
down.
Treaty. All the navies of the world are supposed to be patrolling there, so nobody goes.
Possibly.
Nobody finds out the truth.
Possibly.
But what I'm saying is, then, how come you haven't had any ex-serviceman that used to work on a navy boat
That has come
said,
clean
I
and
was
said-
stationed patrolling, making sure people didn't go outside the ice wall?
I have seen some footage of someone in.
I haven't seen any, and that's what I'm saying. I've been looking at conspiracy theories for
Yeah.
nearly 20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And I haven't heard anybody say I used
Okay.
to work on a navy boat and my job was stopping people from leaving
Yeah.
the flat Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've heard loads of conspiracies saying they used to work at Area 51 and they've seen aliens and UFOs and all this and that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not buying
And
into all of that, but yeah.
The amount that there is, that's another thing that tells you as well. Do you know what I mean? The amount that there is.
Yeah.
You think, well, surely you can't keep things a secret for
Yeah.
too.
But there is a
There's
lot.
going to be ex-military personnel that is
Well,
going to have,
even
if it's
those,
true,
even those in submarines and all that, they'll tell you as well that for them to send the radar off and get a ping on something to come back, they do that over 100 miles themselves. but there's meant to be a bloody great big curve in between them, like to do that, and they get their radars work perfect, and their sonar works perfect underwater. It's not meant to, not if you live on a ball 100 miles away. There should be a bloody great big mountain everywhere. We're asking a submarine to do a ping, a sonar, for it to go round a ball, but not only that, to hit something and then come round a ball again, and then get a ping. That don't make sense. As I say, there's people in these submarines and all that. They've started coming clean and start talking to us about it. We definitely. Well,
I haven't seen any.
Haven't you? Okay. So there's there's a new video out called I think it's called Flat Earth and Military Personnel. Put that in. Try Odyssey and that and the other ones, because you must know that we are getting slammed by YouTube and everything's being censored. And you just made a valid point there. Things like aliens and all sorts, they are not getting censored on YouTube, and yet Flat Earth
That's
is.
the funny thing, is that my mate used to believe in aliens,
Yeah.
and UFOs and all that.
Right.
And then as soon as the Flat Earth come out, they stopped believing all that.
Well, I mean, okay, so there could be aliens and all that, but maybe from distant lands rather than.
Exactly, because it brings up the same questions.
Yeah.
It's the same. It could fit in.
Oh, it does. It does fit in. Yeah, it can do.
Like I said, is in reality though, right?
Yeah.
How many things have you heard about? You must have heard countless, because I know I have.
Mm-hmm.
Right, hundreds, probably thousands of different conspiracies.
Oh, yeah,
about aliens, about this, that, and the other.
But-
about the reptilians coming from
Yeah.
Alpha Draconis.
Well, I mean, to all conspiracies,
all that
I'm
kind
very
of
new,
stuff.
only maybe 5 years. Very, very new. I believed in the government narrative. I believed in space. I believed in Apollo landings. I believed in the whole shebang. I didn't doubt anybody. I didn't even, if you'd have asked me, do governments lie to us, I would have said, no, okay, what's the problem? But 5 years in, after just doing a little bit of research, my problem is I see too far. Going back to that.
Yeah.
Hi! I see too far.
That's fair enough, but obviously there's questions that can't
Oi.
be answered, though, isn't there?
High five. Yeah.
That's the thing.
High five. Yeah. Right, so. Need to have a drink. Mouth's all dry now. He's hard work, this guy. He's okay. But he is hard work. Oh, we've got Harry's doing a bit of a thing. We have security here. Oh, sorry, sorry. And we got Dave and Andrea has just turned up. Oopsie. Oh, I think we lost Sven. What happened to Sven? He's meant to get me a bottle. Did he get me a bottle? Maybe not. Maybe he's still gone to get me a bottle. Hello. What are you doing here? Have you been here before, Gloucester? No, not really. I thought the actual crossroads of the street, I thought that was interesting. Like the East Gate, North Gate, West Gate, South Gate. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, so that was a fairly long conversation with matey there, and I think Harry had him first. I've had him for a little bit, and good luck, Dave. No, it's Dave's turn. And I always feel as though that you probably won't ever get through to someone like matey. He's, but maybe you just don't know, a seed, anything. Dave might just say something, like that, just throws in a seed, and he thinks, you know what, I'm going to just have a quick look at that. I'm going to challenge that again. Or he's got a friend, doesn't he? Or is it a friend or someone's dad? Or, maybe they'll have that conversation again, say, oh, I just met some flat earthers, and, You don't know. We don't know where it all comes from. Oh. Yeah, it's just gone a little bit on the quiet side again. Oh. Let's have a look at this St. Michael's Tower. Yeah, I mean, from the outside, you would think, oh, it's just a church, isn't it? It's very odd seeing they've called it St. Michael's Tower. It's really odd, was it? From outside, it looks like a church. It's a tower. It's a tower. It's very odd. So it's a church tower, St. Michael's Church. You might. I won't put you on film. No. It is.
They demolished the church in 1950s.
Okay.
But they kept the tower, although they neglected it. And then it was bought by a charitable organisation, the City Trust.
I see.
And, we run it as a...
So it looks like a little bit of a social community
cafe.
Yeah.
Yes, we have, meetings.
It's fascinating.
So, and there's bells here.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
Because Gloucester's got the history of the church bells here. They're made in Gloucester.
Right, I see. So do they do like bell practice and stuff?
No, there's just one bell.
Just one bell.
You can ring it.
I can ring it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh dear. How?
Don't have to pull very hard.
Okay. No. Oh! I don't know if you heard that. That was me.
There you go, have it.
Oh dear. I've never done that in my entire life.
I know, we all said, cross it off your bucket list.
I think, yeah, that can't not put a smile on your face, can it?
It's lovely.
It is. I just rang the church bells. And I'm grinning from, yeah. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
it used to be down there.
That's weird. Yes, I was grinning from ear to ear there. How can you not laugh, smile? I just rang the bells. Dear. Was it simple things, isn't it? Simple things, please. Oh dear. So Harry's. It looks like Harry's engaging with one in the middle. The young kid on the left seems very uncomfortable, and maybe the girl on the right is. Yeah. How you getting on, Lisa? Oh right, is this coming together? Oh, good.
I'm sorry, you're a passerby, so what are you saying, sorry?
Cheers, Nathan, for that. I know, I'm a fun guy. They always tell me I'm a bit of a mushroom. I'm a fun guy to be with. So. Ah. So I'll engage in a minute. Always. Nearly got run over there. I always like to be on the left-hand side of people because that's where my microphone will be. So. Yeah.
That's how all material works. The helium balloon doesn't follow that law of gravity. It just floats up all of a sudden right into its own medium density. There it is settled. So what we're saying is that is showing you buoyancy and density in action, but it's not going to then allow those other curious things where water can attach itself under a ball. And human beings can walk under that ball and none of their senses tell them that they've changed their perpendicular to, say, 90 degrees from what it was. I recently flew from South Africa and it's an 11-hour flight, about a quarter of the way around the world. And a quarter of the way around the world is a 90-degree change in my attitude, my perpendicular from South Africa to England.
What's your name? Your first name? Dean. Jason. Nice talking to you, Dean.
What channel is it?
It's my YouTube channel of Jason of the Disbury family. Yeah, sure. I just hope, you know, like when we're on the street we encounter people like yourself, I accept that you're 100% sure of yourself, and that's fine, that's okay. But I always hope that there's a seed of doubt somewhere for you to re-challenge, for you to look over again. You know, we shouldn't be closed books. We should be.
It's not like for me. It's just.
I accept that.
I can't like. I don't know. I just can't take it seriously. Like literally, I'm trying.
Well, you are taking it seriously. You're here. You're challenging certain things.
It's
okay.
It still doesn't do it for me. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
I'm hoping one day on the beach you'll see something that's too far and you'll go. Maybe I shouldn't see that.
Like, with the whole COVID thing and the jabs and that.
Yeah, you got that, did you?
Like literally, I'm miles ahead of that. Do you know what I mean? What I mean is, it's like
that's what we do when we sail. We go around South America. We come to
That's
Africa.
Good. Yeah, like, and did you kind of doubt it first little week and go along with the narrative and think, oh God, something nasty is coming?
With this map at all.
Mate, in 2020, I told everybody there's going to be a war.
And all maps were based on something akin to that up until the last few hundred years.
I know what's going on. There's a world.
It's done on this idea that we're going across the
something.
level water.
We're on the prefaces of something, can't we? We can all feel it. We know it's coming.
I told everybody in 2020, like at the start of this plan, I said, like, watch what's going to happen. Oh, I get it.
And then we've never been under the South Pole. We've never been under the South Pole.
Yeah.
Not one flight. So if we did have a globe, we would often fly from South America. We would fly underneath the globe to get to Australia.
Yeah, I don't know if you read that.
It's an 11-hour.
What do you think of that?
Johannesburg to London.
You would have to be doing
You would
that.
have to keep dipping your nose, and all airplanes do not do this.
So why
To South
do they?
America from Johannesburg than it is to London.
Wow.
How is it
I know,
a
wow.
4-hour longer flight? And they're using the same maps. The maps are not right, brother. There's not one agreed map for the world or globe that is a perfect depiction.
That airplane thing, I've just
Interesting, isn't it?
just come to me.
I've seen him before.
But it would make sense that they should dip their nose every so often. They would have to, or they're just going to carry on into space. Or rather, to them, it would just appear that they would be rising, wouldn't they?
Like literally, you'd need too much thrust to be able to do that.
Well, that's right, but that's why but these airplanes must be dipping their nose. They're going over ball. If you go from London all the way to Australia, then you can't just fly level all the way because that's. I mean, sorry, I forget the angle and all that. They fly at a particular angle, don't they? Like aeroplanes. But they would have to keep adjusting to go over a ball. They have to. They've got to keep dipping their nose down.
Am I coming back uphill on the way?
They're going
You
round.
said that they don't.
What goes down must come
Well, I'm suggesting they don't.
They don't know.
But they don't.
You said that.
Would they engage that autopilot, and then once they engage that autopilot, it just flies level. That's all it does. They don't do that. But that's something for you to. You don't know on the street. I don't know on the street, and maybe that's something for you to just check. Yeah,
Genuinely,
of course.
my mate's brother is actually an airline pilot.
We've spoken to him.
I've said that.
Yeah. But we've spoken to him. I did this experiment with a gyroscope. It was I don't know if you've come across MEMS devices. The XYZ inside your phone, it works off a thing called, they call it a MEMS device, okay? And it kind of simulates, it works off inertia, it kind of simulates a gyroscope sort of thing. If I put this on a 24-hour timer, and that timer turned around 24 hours, and so did my phone. I put a little bubble there, you know, like the level bubble, and I had it there, and after sort of like 12 hours, it inverted. And you would expect that, because it was in my lounge, it inverted, because I wanted to see how sensitive this MEMS device was over a 24-hour period. So it inverts, and then it goes round again, it inverts again. Now, when they have a gyroscope in an aeroplane, the artificial horizon, you'll see that artificial horizon, it will ascend, it will fly level, and then it will descend, and it will be on the ground again, okay? But that never, from here all the way to, well, anywhere on the side of the ball or underneath the ball, London to Australia, that never inverts, okay? There's a bloke called Walter Lewin, you can look him up on YouTube, very famous professor of physics and that, and he teaches that once you spin up that gyroscope, and it's rigid in space, you know what a gyroscope does, and it's rigid in space, he says that it's not affected on what they call gravity and all that. Gravity plays no effect in that whatsoever. So once you spin that up on an aeroplane, they calibrate it because they're on the ground. I think they just press a button for a few seconds, they calibrate it, and then it's meant to stay rigid in space, and therefore, you know, like, so it could, you know, move about and all that, and they know where they are. And they have to, you know, because it's dangerous not to know where they are, you know, like it needs to know about them being rigid in space. It goes all the way from London to Australia, and it never inverts, ever. Not one gyroscope, not one of these in all the aeroplanes. They don't do it. But that Walter Lewin, he's very famous, you know, like physics professor. You check him out. He'll tell you that, well, it should if we live on the ball. It's just another. It's another thing to just question.
Yeah, no,
Question.
It's another stick.
Just to question. Yeah. You know, like, I mean,
I don't, you know,
I always accept, you know, like, never, you know, but when I was researching all of this, after 6 months of researching that, I was still believed in my bloody ball, my earth ball. I still believed in it. I couldn't let it go. I thought I must be delusional. And when he talked about cognitive dissonance, I don't know if you've ever read that.
Yeah, no, about cognitive dissonance.
Well, that was my problem.
The world has done with COVID.
Yeah. Yes.
Like literally cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the signs are there.
Yeah.
But it's not right, whatever was just gone on. But anyway,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is I could, like, literally, my spider sense was tingling.
Yeah.
When it comes to COVID and all that.
You got that, but with this,
it's
well,
not-
my spider
it's not
sense was
the
too with this.
alarm bells aren't going off.
I created these banners about 5 years ago. I did. I got that. I downloaded it official from NASA's website. Official. It was only 1 year difference, and Earth shrank. Well, not Earth shrank. It's the same diameter, but America shrank. And that shouldn't be. Why would it shrink? And then I downloaded all of these Earths from different various space agencies. And it was like, well, why are these like cartoons?
Can't use plastic.
They do look like cartoons. They don't look real. Why are they so
freely,
different?
And you can poison your brother.
This is when I was going through my own research, and I needed to put something together and try and figure it out and ask questions on the street and say, look, where am I going wrong? You know, that's how it all come about. And to this day, I'm still asking the same questions and not getting satisfactory answers.
Of your own universe. Each of us is carrying a universe in us. Each of us has the stars and the sun and the sunset.
It's hard. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. You're never going to get it on the street, and I accept that. And you've done a little bit of research on that, and I just hope that there's still room there somewhere that you're not 100% closed now for the flat Earth. That there's still you may be 98%, and there's 2% there to check out.
There'll always be something where, like, for me, it's more like
And that's
Somewhat entertaining. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Good.
still,
Well, if it's entertaining enough to check that for a few bits, it's okay.
like, again, it is. But I'll always entertain the discussion.
Okay, that's fair enough.
There's just too much time.
That's fair enough. That's okay. That was another thing that I thought was very peculiar, and that was like the melting points of satellites and international space stations. So like all of these items are meant to melt in space. Like if it's going to be like 3,500 degrees Celsius in space. Okay, sorry, 2,000 degrees Celsius in space, and the melting point is 1,670 for titanium, 660 for aluminium, sort of things that these things are made of. Why wouldn't they melt? Didn't make any sense. That's from science.com, them figures.
Again, I'm not disagreeing.
No, but it's odd, and I find like stuff like that I don't believe that any of this stuff is in space. We've never been to space.
Ah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I should reframe. I should say we've never been past low Earth orbit, I should say.
So you believe that they're in low Earth orbit?
Yeah, I would accept low.
If they've never been to space. How's your phone working? How's your sat nav working?
The GPS towers and E-Lauren. That's what we come up with. I've been in so many places where I've lost my GPS and lost my phone signal at the same time. It's just triangulation from E-Lauren. We've had it for years.
You can still see the juniors, as it were. Yeah, we're in the junior school here. This is like base level.
Like I said, for me though, the main one is the speed of light.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to look into that a bit more. I will. Yeah. I'm going to look into that a bit more.
Is the speed of light.
Yeah.
Right, if the Earth is a flat disk, a flat plane, whatever, light travels at 187,000 miles per second. In 1 second. Daylight everywhere.
There's 7
Yeah.
heavens.
Right.
And
So-
The conventional reason why we have nighttime and daytime in different countries is because of the curvature of the Earth. So if you take that away, you're taking away nighttime and daytime.
All the coloured animals go in.
Sorry?
1 second.
No, it doesn't. I don't understand the
It's
point.
light everywhere.
I don't understand this point when he talks about
You don't
it.
understand my
Because
point.
we've got stars. And there's meant to be stars, behind stars, trillions and trillions and trillions. And what do they say? Like there's trillions of stars for every grain of sand that we have on Earth. That's what they kind of theorize on. I don't even accept that. But this light, this speed of light that supposedly travels forever and all that. Well, the stars behind the stars, and some stars over there behind the stars, our whole sky would just be white. It'd be awash with white if, like, this light travels forever, and it'd be white, surely. So I'm not buying it.
That's the theory, isn't it?
Again, that's the theory.
As much as you're saying,
Yeah.
the official
Oh no!
narrative,
All I can work on is logic.
The official narrative of the
Yeah.
speed of light, you're saying is a theory, but again, they've done like literally Einstein's fucking E equals mc squared. Energy is the same as mass times the speed of light squared,
Yeah.
which that equation then brought us the atom bomb.
Okay.
So basically, there's foundational knowledge there.
Yeah.
That the foundation of the speed of light,
Yeah.
knowing that it was that much, Einstein was able to do his equation,
Yeah.
which then fucking
Okay.
Oppenheimer was be able to then fucking make the atom bomb. On the back of that knowledge.
Okay, but I know, but that wouldn't
But what I'm
prove
saying is
either
that's a
model.
tangible thing.
Yeah,
That you know,
but it won't prove either model, will it?
You know that they make them.
Well, you've done conspiracy theories as well, so you know there's a problem there as well. That there's a lot of people actually don't even believe in them.
Which again,
You've come across it, yes?
funnily enough, come out at the same time as this.
Oh, I don't know that. I
Yes.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
What are your thoughts on Eric Dubay? Then?
I think he's quite this Eric Dubay is this guy here. 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball. I watched it for the first sort of, it's 2 hour long, and this is when I first got involved. I watched it for 20 minutes. It was late at night. I turned it off and I said, "That's nonsense. Earth flat? Oh, that's just stupid." And I'm sat there looking at the ceiling all bloody night, thinking, "Bloody hell, he puts so many great points," and he does. He puts so many great points. Boom, 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 boom. Man, my head was spinning. come down in the morning, watch the rest of the film, and that I thought, wow, I need to check out. I have to do some research now, because the points that he comes across, when it comes to this 200 proof, I don't like the guy. I must admit, I don't like the guy. Okay.
I just find it suspect that his dad was a CIA agent.
Yeah, something like that.
For me, that like.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Like, literally, when you got all this.
Yeah.
And then don't trust the CIA, but trust this man whose dad was a CIA agent.
Well, I'm going on a personal thing. I don't like him. I've met him. I've talked to him on Skype. You know, like, so I don't like the guy. I think his work is fantastic. I think, you know, like, I don't like how he presents himself. I don't like who he is, but I can't knock his work. He gets 100% from me on his work. So if there's one thing that you can remember is 200 proofs, it is amazing. It really is.
So ultimately, if you could...
Are you okay with camera on you or not? I can move it away.
I'm not.
No, in that case, I will keep it away. We'll just have conversations.
Yeah. If you knew that it was flat, what difference would it make?
Okay.
If you unequivocally knew,
well,
what difference would it make?
Well, let's say that I do know, okay? And I'll explain why I'm pretty sure I know. For me, I don't believe in governments. I don't believe the true narrative of 9/11. I believe that. God, I hate that bloody word. You got me onto back to belief. You know, like I suspect. You know, like that's because I've come away from the belief system. You know, I once believed in Santa Claus and Tooth Fairies and all that. I'm suspecting that all governments around the world they are telling us lies. I'm not having it that we're getting any shred of truth whatsoever. You know, from pharmaceutical companies, you know, trying to make money out of us, GMOs, and you know, there's a lot going on. So
like I said,
and he's on board with that. He gets that.
All of that.
And you guys probably get that. Government tell us lies.
Conspiracy. The only thing I can't
okay.
get with is that.
So
I know that they're trying to kill us.
So for me, that's
vaccines.
That's important. People are lying to us. Now, why they're lying, that's the big mystery. Now, some believe, and I'll go back to belief, some believe, because it is a belief, that maybe they're hiding God, okay? NASA, Earth, you know, like we are kind of, we're almost programmed now to become atheists, you know, like we go to school, they try to teach us so much science and that. A lot of theories, like the Big Bang Theory and gravity, the theory of gravity and things like that. They give us so many theories. They say, oh, it's the best evidence that we have, and we should almost teach us as a fact. No, it's just it's an agreed story by others, isn't it? It's an agreed story. That's all what it is. So, okay, could they be hiding God? Is God's got something to do with the shape of our Earth? It might be. I don't know. I like to think I've come out of the belief system and I'm comfortable of saying, like I was saying to matey, I don't know. And I must be comfortable, because then we have no bullshit between us. You know, like if you're comfortable saying I don't know on things and you don't waffle along with bullshit, then yeah, we can have a conversation. There's room to converse.
But this is that's kind of my point. It's so on one hand you're happy to say I don't know, and I believe in all this myself.
Okay.
But on one hand it's right to say I don't know, but on the other hand it's seeking the truth.
Yes.
But ultimately,
we're okay to talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we can just reside in. We don't know, and it doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, whether it matters, I think that's a personal thing for you, isn't it? And it's going to be personal for you and me.
Yeah.
You know, whether it matters or not. I do believe it will be a personal. You know, like I'd like my grandchild to know. Not to be told lies. At school.
That's important.
Yeah, okay, and I was never, I didn't even know what critical thinking was. So I grew up at school and that. It wasn't till, age of 40 odd, and, they say there's actually a different thought process. You didn't have to repeat after me at school. You could actually challenge your teacher and critically think for yourself and challenge it. The problem is this day and age, if you try and challenge your teacher, at exams and say, no, I don't believe in gravity like that. It's not that. That's a theory of gravity, and I've got a better explanation. It's this. If you did that, you're not passing the exam. Well, if it's a theory of gravity, an agreed story, then I should be able to challenge it. because it's a theory, you know. But
So the thing, again, I agree with that. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, we have this conversation quite a lot. Systemically, it's very difficult to kind of. So I ideally wouldn't like to live in this systemic way that we do. It's a very difficult one to try and navigate from because the system is so strong around us. So just in pure survival, is very difficult. So I believe there's a space for learning to live in this system.
26.
Because unfortunately it's all around us. You know, so you've got to have the right utilities and tools to be able to live in your environment.
Yeah.
And this is our environment.
Yes.
You know? So certain teachings and whatnots, but I'm totally. The spiritual aspects of things and stuff like that is we're not taught anything.
No.
But if anything, that's a self-learning anyway. It's something that can't be forced upon.
No, but we should be at least shown that this exists.
Of course.
You know, shown that exists, and then you can take steps to learn this and find more information about stuff. That's purely what this is on the street.
But and I totally agree with you. Totally agree. So but the thing is that for you yourself, you've found this position of critical thinking. You're now looking at other things.
Yes.
So you've found that growth to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So and what gave you that opportunity?
What gave me that opportunity? I mean, I can take time off work. Okay, so that gives me an opportunity to get out on the streets. I do have a love of engaging with people like yourself. You know, like I find it fascinating to learn from other people, and I am learning all the time. And like, I will not suggest for a second that I've got 100% of all the answers, because on the percentage of I've got all the answers, I'm probably about 1.5. I know where I am. You know my place. I'll probably learn more from you than you will learn from me. I know so.
But this is the thing about relationships and connections. It's a sharing of knowledge.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. But ultimately, it's about having that position mindset that you want to learn or engage. That you even believe that there is a point of learning or engagement to be had.
Yes.
You know, so it's great having the information there. But ultimately, we've got to go a step further back and kind of open people's expansion of what their idea of thinking can be.
Yeah.
You know, and I totally agree with you. Systemically in school, we're taught to have this blinkered vision.
Yes.
Because it's purposeful to stop people from looking outside of things.
Yeah.
It's very important to have information available for people. Ultimately, it's only an individual that can actually really search it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
As you did for yourself.
Your thought process right now, I mean, that doesn't come from school.
No.
None of it.
No,
you know, like
a lot of fucked up head bases.
Yes.
Right. To reach the thinking that I have today.
Yeah.
And not to say that my thinking might change tomorrow.
No, that's right. So you're open-minded enough to. Let's talk.
So I know that for how I feel today can completely be different.
Yes.
Because my position of thinking 10 years ago is completely different to
Yeah.
You know, so it's really
I mean, like, if I get explanations to a lot of answers why I see too far and stuff like that, if I get satisfactory explanations, I'm prepared to say, you know, like, change. I am prepared.
So
I will do.
For you,
I want to be honest with me.
Yeah, why can't you see too far? And obviously nobody's been able to answer that for you.
No, that's right.
That's why you think in the way that you are. And it's that same one for me is the speed of light.
Yeah.
With the Earth being flat, if somebody could answer the speed of light for me, then it might make me think differently.
Okay. Well, you've got my channel name, Jason of the Disbury Family, yeah?
Jason of the Disbury.
Yeah, you go on that channel name and there'll be people in them comments, and they're desperately to converse with you, I promise. So, all right, okay. So, yeah, you kind of like, you realise what's going on in the world around. You get that.
Antarctic Treaty, so you believe in the firmament?
I don't know. I believe that. Oh, God, bloody belief. Ah!
Yeah. Yes. You do.
So I would go as far as air pressure. It needs to be contained. I'd go as far as that. Could it be a firmament, a dome? Could it be? Our skies just carry on forever? I have to put it in. I don't know. You know, I must be honest with myself and say, stop giving the bullshit out. You don't know. You know.
But the thing is, you say about belief and you're stepping away from belief.
Yeah, trying to.
So for me personally, I think belief is really important.
Okay.
But provided that it's personal belief and isn't kind of used to try and taint anybody's others.
Right. Okay. No, I'll accept that because you know that when you're doing a personal thing, it's like it encompasses faith, doesn't it? Faith, belief, when it's personal to yourself. Yeah. When you're trying to teach that to others as a fact, that's where the problems lie. You know, like there.
But what can we teach you fact?
Yeah. Right. Okay. I can teach to this guy here that there's 3 of us here. There's 1, 2, 3.
But you say that,
but
that's still just an interpretation of what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's still just, so from what you can make up, that's a belief. That I believe that there's 3 people here.
Yeah.
It's an interpretation of how you're seeing it.
See, I throw that in my knowing category. I have to put that in my knowing.
He's trying to fuck with him now. He's trying to do that David Icke shit on him. Like, where literally, yeah, what does he say?
Oh dear.
The universe, innit? Like, what we see is...
Should have shut up there. Should have just... It was all going so well.
A small percentage of, like, what's actually reality is.
Yeah, look.
But all the time when you're thinking
So
about
how do you know
everything
there's only
outside
3
of yourself,
people?
Yeah.
that's like what's going on around us. We're not looking about what's going on within us and what is us.
He's the guy on that when you start talking to what's in, you know, within us and that. Yeah, he's been trying to teach me all that for years now.
But it's the perpetual idea of looking outside all the time.
Yeah,
it's always look over there, look at this, look at that. You know, and everything's here. The answers are everything's here.
Yeah.
Know thyself.
Exactly.
These 2 are kindred spirits, I'm telling you.
But the captain can never know his own ship if he didn't know that when he was 2 years old or whatever, the keel was dented. So it's always going to take his ship off course. And that's what we believe the system does. Up to the age of 7, it tries to impregnate certain ideas and experiences that cause that denting of the keel. And so I feel like this truth is one of those things that helps to begin.
So hypothetically, that captain understands that these boats.
That's it. You've lost them. They're together.
He discovers himself. So through self-discovery, you should
be able to find it. But why we think, I mean, and I think most people, you know, a lot of people who've been doing this work the last 10, 20 years or whatever would say the same thing. Say, yeah, I've found my way, whether it be through a spiritual way or some other way. I found my way to my kind of thing. I say that if this lie didn't have a significant effect on each of us, then they wouldn't be bothered.
Yeah, I agree.
It is such a massive, the scope of it is just gargantuan to pull this off across the world. It has to have high value. So I say to people, like, if you've been playing chess, thinking that you're making good moves, but making them on a sphere. Now you get to make them on a flat board. You have to take all those pieces off and realign them to that new truth. And this led me to the electromagnetic universe. And I don't know if you've come across much of that. So I think that for me, it brings me to this idea that actually each of us is a unique grape on the bunch of grapes that we call the universe. Each of us is a cell within the orange that we call God. But each of us is the spindle of the universe in which we exist. Not the little thing on the outside of the ball spinning around, but actually the core of it. You know, fruit doesn't grow its fruit on the outside of the skin, but it keeps the seeds right in the core, protected. That's where it will nurture them. That's where they will grow new plants. And that's what we are. We are those seeds of God, of this thing, right at the center. If you cut an orange through like that, or a fig, you look at that inside, wow, that's like, that could be a small top-down view of how the Earth might look if you were just looking at the bones of the continents and whatnot inside of a fruit, inside of something contained. But it puts us, each of us, as the kind of the Christ or the hub of the wheel. And as the hub of the wheel, then the world around you should honor that. The government should honor that, your educators should honor that. You know, everything should be designed to honor, you know, each other in the way that it's your universe, my universe. You and I verse. You and I talk. You and I create. Our vibration is God's vibration, creating or breaking in this universe.
I totally agree. And as I said to you, man, it's wonderful to look at these things, and it's wonderful to have expanded information but ultimately
Absolutely, and even those guys who found flat Earth don't necessarily that the Earth is a globe and realise that they've been lied to institutionally. They don't necessarily then turn around and start doing that inner work. You know, that's a very important thing. So some guys come at it. It's interesting because some people have done a whole lot of the inner work and then struggle to handle the sort of left brain elements of it, and then other guys have done all that left brain, intelligent kind of looking at it, reviewing it, and so on, but can't jump over into the sort of more spiritual elements. So my friend Jason might. Yeah. And you know, so I think that what people are is a sine wave of hot and cold. We are red and blue, and typically the Bible talks about the sheep and the goats, and I like that analogy because I think that the sheep represents the sort of the head part of us, the blue part of us, and the goats represent the red part of us, the lower chakras, the ego, and the, you know, that feisty kind of part of us, which is what the goat is. And the Bible talks about, you know, the good shepherd managing the needs of the sheep and the goats equally. And in this world where we're drawn into dualism, left and right dualism, you've got this left wing, right wing paradigm. So like the Christian cross, and I'm not trying to sell anything, but like that, if you take the center point of the Christian cross, that's the balance. And if we can balance the blue and the red, the left and the right, we come into the green chakra, heart. Heart is an anagram for earth, which just happens to be green and the place that we're standing on, above the blue sky and the red magma, hot. So we're masculine, feminine, left, right, up, down, and we need to kind of bring that all into some sort of central balance. And the best way to do that is to be clean, mind, body, and soul. And so if I've been, say, putting a poison, whether it's a physical eating poison or it's a poison of the mind, then that poison needs to be expunged in order for you to be the healthiest version of yourself going forward. Yeah, and that's why for me, flat Earth is just a sort of starting gun. It's the sort of gateway truth, if you like, to getting people to go. Shit.
So the thing is, it's and I'm totally on the same page as you. So, but the thing is, you look at the nature of how we're taught in schools. It's the same sort of thing. We give information, we feed people information, and we're telling people that this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to know. But ultimately, you create that discovery yourself, you know, and you created that critical thinking yourself and that understanding things yourself. And that was what was important. It wasn't that this was thrust upon you, it was because you chose to go to it and found that information, you know. And I think that's the fundamental difference. You know? And it's wonderful what you're doing about kind of sharing information, but ultimately it's doing the same dynamic as what schooling is, where I'm just putting information on you, and it's just the same poison, you know?
That's one way of considering. For me, okay, so I agree with you that schooling does it. It says, here's a book, read the book. If you do really well, remembering a book, you get an A and you might get a good job at it. And so a lot of people come to me and say, well, what's your qualification? Well, like you said, we are intelligent beings. As far as what our education does, to kind of restrict that access to information to 180 degrees of what's out there. It will say that's all you need to know, and if it doesn't come from those manuscripts, then people say it's not relevant, it's not stuff. But I started finding that there was stuff behind me, 180 degrees behind me, that I've never heard of, and I started looking at other information. And so what we're not saying to people, look, you have to believe that the Earth is flat, because it's really not. I'm not wanting to encourage anyone to skip from one belief and religion in a globe to another belief. It's not that. It's more about saying, like, whoa, you can actually test things that you used to believe were true and that are no longer can be proven to be true, and then from that start your own journey of discovery. Because whatever you find, I mean, I've met flat earthers who still think dinosaurs are real. There's so many different things that people will want to choose to research themselves, but until you get that little slap in the face that says, hey, there's something going on here that's not what you thought. I mean, for me, the breaking point was probably 9/11. When I found out in 2014 about 9/11, that would not be Osama and whatnot. It broke my world apart, because I really had this idea of how it wasn't this and da-da-da. You know, and once that started, I was like, oh, wow, the authority figures that I held in high esteem, can no longer do that. I can no longer participate in that. And then I start choosing, oh, well, what if I don't register the birth of my child? What if I don't do these things that the state says I have to do? You know? Maybe I can take back more control. Maybe I have been seduced into consenting to putting on the face nappy or taking other things into my arm that would maybe cause me to harm. So it is about giving people that kind of little jab to say, hey man, nothing's quite what you think it is. The BBC and the mainstream media and the Donald Trumps and the, all of these things are designed to control what you ever know about primarily who you are. Because I say to people, fundamentally, it might mean that you are God experiencing yourself. And like the Russian dolls, there's 7 of the nested dolls. The smallest one might be you, and every God, everything might be the 7th doll, the biggest doll. And that's how I think it works. And electromagnet, that makes a lot of sense. And if you put 7 magnets together, you get one magnetic field. And I think in this world they try and divide the magnets, and they try and separate us from our magnetic source, our mother, being magnet, and starting with magma and mother, and so it's a feminine thing, but we need the masculine energy, the male electricity. It's the two that bring your light and dark, and we live in a world of light and dark. And somewhere in between the yin yang sign, you've got that line that is the balance point, that is the center, that is the place that we're meant to come out of the dark and come out of the light. Because you guys who spend 40 years in an ashram, meditating, and that's not living, that's not being in the world. That's just kind of sending out of being in the blue in the sky, just never coming into balancing, never attending to the lower. Because in a way, you've got to come here and attend to the lower, deal with whatever the lower energies are, attend to this need or ego need or the sheep's need to follow and be like everybody else and so on. We are tested to be like that, and if we want to, we can take up that test and say, let me climb the mountain, see if I can make it, see if I can make my way to self-mastery. Because that's really what you should be. At midnight of the clock, you should be the master, and everything, the dial runs around you, the 12 zodiacal signs run around you, they're relevant to you. The 12 disciples are your 12 disciplines that surround the Christ light, the light of God, or whatever that scintilla is we carry of the great Creator. So it's a good story for me, and it's just one to say, well, pay attention and start thinking for yourself, because a lot of what we're given is controlled for reasons of. My name's Dave. Trinity 4 on YouTube. Sam, can I give you a fly? This flies on the electromagnetic stuff. Because I think it's so important that people are given that mastery, religion and all these things. Religion and all these things have, and government and so on, have sought to usurp the control. I think it's good to have management, it's good to have law and order and so on. It's good to have those things, but it needs to be done in an honest framework. If you were visiting Disneyland with children and you didn't realize that the water was impregnated with something toxic, you'd be wanting to do something about that, and you'd want to be in charge of that, rather than say, no, Disney say, no, you don't get to change the water, you drink that dirty water. That's not right. I don't employ a gardener to turn my garden over, and then he gets to tell me when I can go to the shops. And until I do you harm, until I enter into your universe and cause you harm, then I should be able to go about my business without any interference. And we see government interfering more and more and more in the affairs of the individual sovereign being, which you are. Each of us is king and queen in our own world, and we should be treated each other and treated by this. Have a good life.
Right. Nice. Cheers, guys. Nice talking to you. And you too. Cheers. Yeah, that was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, like that was top, mate. Yeah. Like literally, that was most of obviously
you like that? Oh, well done, Dave. That was I think we might have all struggled getting through to Matey, but I think Dave reached Matey there. So well done. Yeah. I mean, Dave, I'll tell you, I struggle all that time, like with the spiritual aspects of knowing ourselves and God, Bible, this, that, and the other. And I struggle with all that, but I'm always willing to listen. I always find Dave very inspiring. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Not everybody's cup of tea, but he just what I like about Dave is that he kind of comes from two angles, and I kind of come from, I'm only a one-trick pony, I'm afraid. So we can't finish yet. We've got to stick around until Lisa's still got another 4 hours to go. So hope you're going to stay with me.
She's doing the same with all all the other planets in our solar system. Earth up to now.
Lisa, are we there yet? No, you carry on. We're sticking with you.
Whatever you do,
Okay. I think Lisa should have come here a little bit earlier. If she came here like sort of 6 o'clock this morning, I think that would have worked. No. Well, so there you go, guys. That's Gloucester. A little bit on the quiet side in times, but I think I've still enjoyed it. We still had a few conversations. Harry's had some cracking conversations, it seems. So it'd be good to hang on and wait for that. Make sure you subscribe to John Smith's Globe Lie and look out for a link to some of these conversations. The link will take you to Rumble or Odyssey, one of them. What's been going on? Someone's been writing all of this, eh? Who's been doing that? Thank you, Ricardo. Yeah. Let's just find out what the time is. It is... Oh, wow, it's only 20 past 3. It seems like 5 o'clock. I think my feet are absolutely aching from yesterday's big hike, trying to find our cars in the car parks. But, how are you getting on? Have you had any more conversations?
I was listening there to see if I could.
That was nice. That I enjoyed.
I enjoyed listening to Dave there. That was that's why I love being with him on the talk, because he had those moments where I was learning so much by his delivery.
Yes, yeah.
Which of course I'm calmness personified
Yeah.
when I talk to people, as you know. Right? So I learn a lot from him.
No.
It's really nice the way he explained it.
Yeah, no, I like it when it's like that. I struggle with, because he goes into a lot of the belief side of it all, and I struggle because I'm trying to kick that out of my life. But I still like listening.
It's lovely though, isn't it, to listen to? And
Yeah.
Everyone has their own style, and everyone has their own bits of knowledge, those nuggets.
Yeah.
You learn bits from him, her, whatever.
Yeah.
And then in between you've got something beautiful like that. The artwork, not Lisa. Lisa's terrible. No.
Lisa, it's awful.
Lisa Picasso.
Yeah, no. So we had the two ladies I was talking to earlier. I didn't show their faces; they didn't want to be on camera. But the same thing again. Like they were talking about the Bible and that, and it's not that I say I disagree with what's in the Bible. I just feel that it comes from a belief system. It's has some dark passages and negative passages, and it has some positive and fantastic passages in there that are uplifting. And it's been a long time since I read the Bible or read parts of the Bible. I imagine I probably have read the Bible, or my mum probably read it to me as a collection of stories. We used to have this huge picture Bible, as when I was kids, and Mum used to read us some stories from the Bible, but they would have been really good stories, nice stories, and that. Yeah, so that looks like a good conversation to get in. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourself today. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a little look around Gloucester, but Some of the people here are really nice. It seems a little bit chilled actually. A lot of people seem laid back, didn't seem so. Oh, I don't know if you want to see this. Got to show you this. Just while it's quiet over there. Let me show you this, guys. It's just here. Look at the clock. Practical watchmaker, baker, jeweler, an optician. Look at that, guys. Pretty awesome, isn't it? I mean, I look at architecture, you know, like back when. I mean, look at that. I mean, how fantastic that is at the top there, and then you look at buildings like that. Just awful, isn't it? Still early. Only 3 o'clock.
Sorry?
Only 3 o'clock? Well, 20 past 3.
20 past 3, yeah. So I'm staying somewhere tonight. Great news. Thank you, Harry. Thank you too.
All right. Oh, you told you, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was about to. I would have thought I would have about to find out where
Yeah. Good.
I think there's isn't there a meet or something?
Yeah, he said something like that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see, exactly.
When the light switches on, the whole space is illuminated.
Oh, we're talking about speed of light again. Yes, you guys, you heard some of them arguments from 18 and speed of light. So, yeah, maybe when he joins, puts a few comments later on. Maybe you can, one of you guys, have a comment on your thoughts on the speed of light. Apparently, the speed of light proves the Earth is a globe. I don't understand what it is that he's saying. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Hi, John. I heard you talk to Harry before. It'd be good to see you this evening. We haven't caught up for bloody ages. Can't remember last time. Was it through COVID times? I mean, somewhere along COVID we probably said last. Been a while. Yeah, speed of what? He's still quoting the speed of light.
There's no curvature, it's completely flat. Like you keep saying, you can't explain why you can see things beyond curvature, beyond the curvature. As soon as it was daylight in one country, the light would travel all the way across the Earth, and in 1 second it would be daylight everywhere.
That's a brain question.
So the speed of light, 187,000 miles per second, no matter, as long as, you know.
Oh, I definitely fancy the vegan curry. You got me on that, but I'm afraid. Yeah, I am, because I'm gutted. I've taken a year of not drinking, a year out. I haven't had not one bit of alcohol since my New Year's resolution to saying that I'm stopping drinking for 1 whole year. So I just wanted to challenge myself that I'm in control of me, and my 4 or 5 bottles a night was not in control of me, because it's not a lot, 4 or 5, 6 bottles of beer, you know, like, but it was every night. I'd finish work and, you know, 2 bottles always went to 5 or 6 bottles. And I just decided that, you know, I wanted to, just take a year out, and when we get back to New Year's Eve, I'm telling you, I'm getting pissed. So it's not forever. I just want to be just want a year out because I can, and I decided to. But, and did you assume? Did you not drank for 4 years? That's interesting. Did you feel like you may have had a problem and you needed to stop, or did you just wake up one day and say, look, you know, I want to change in my life? How did that happen?
I thought that young man was genuine when he agreed with all the other things we were talking about.
Right.
But I think he was just here to aggravate flat.
No, not aggravate. He's some of it's been in. He's had some valid points to be questioned.
A lot of
Some
people
of it.
come here to do that, have valid points. But
Yeah.
because he's saying it to everybody who's been here, they all
Yeah,
stay for hours.
well, I know, because that's his only one trick pony thing, isn't it?
So and they all stay for hours.
Yeah.
They don't come for half an hour. They'll stay all day and take your attention.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I know.
And he's taking everybody's attention when
Yeah.
he could be trying to reach other people.
Mm-hmm.
He was a really interesting guy, English teacher.
Oh right, okay. Well, that's really good.
Great sense of humour.
And is he? Where is he on top and bottom?
Oh, this is a lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
But, he met me halfway in a lot of it, so.
Oh right, okay.
But not the shape of the earth. But everything else, he sort of met me halfway.
I think coming from a teacher background, I think that has to be done privately on his own to figure that out himself. Because.
Oh, sorry, wait a minute. I was just thinking that I can't force it too much with him because, you know, not only was he indoctrinated with it, teaching it, so. But he was good, built up a good rapport. So.
Yes. Yeah, no, it seemed like a good conversation, that one. What was his name? Mac. Yeah, look out for that one. His name was Mac.
Great sense of humour.
Pan around quick. Wow. Oh yes. Yeah, sorry, of course, we have to start thinking about it. Yeah, there you go, I just panned around quick. What was it? Was there a reason for that? I missed it, did I? Ah, damn. What did I miss? Did you spot a nice female? Was that what it was? Hey, I can't be panning around looking at females for you guys if that's what it is. It was Sker. All right. I just had one chap, he said, pan around quick. So I said, oh, pan around. I said, what was that for? Skirt.
Yeah, so the discussion at the moment is light.
Of course. Yes. It's the same thing. I don't buy it. I mean, as I say, look, you know, then lighthouses, they should travel for
You should
forever.
be able to see the lighthouse in the Isle of Wight from, I don't know.
Yeah, forever. That's it. Yeah. Light doesn't travel forever. It's just nonsense, rubbish. Utter nonsense. You know, it'd be like all the aeroplanes in the sky that their beams of light would just illuminate the whole sky for hundreds and thousands of miles.
We'd have daylight all the time.
Yeah. Well, I said that about the stars. You know, the sky would be awash with just a white blanket.
But don't forget the astronauts didn't see stars.
Yeah.
Or did they?
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm not buying into light travels forever. You know. Right, I think we are going to be wrapping up, and the reason being, I just seen a. Oh, let me. Damn, how am I going to get to that? dun, 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 dun. Someone just bought us a coffee. I'm just seeing it. But if I check, we will lose the stream. So whoever that was who bought us a coffee just then, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It's if any of you are listening, we've got a fair few days to go. I've basically got enough money to get us around, you know, petrol wise and that. It'd be nice to keep Sven with us. Sven doesn't have any accommodation with us. I'm sleeping in my car. Harry's sleeping in his car. I'm not spooning it with Sven in my car. It's not going to happen. I'm sleeping by myself. So we need accommodation for Sven. So I do appreciate for all of those who have bought us a coffee. It's just buymeacoffee.com/globeli. Very, very much appreciate that. And it just means that we can put Sven in an Airbnb every night, and he can come with us for another day out. But when we run out of funds, I have told Sven, you know, I've got to put him on the train. I don't want to, but I can't afford to keep him, and I can't afford to get us around this tour and look after myself and buy accommodation for Sven as well. I just don't have the funds for it. I literally just did a island trip, so I kind of like spent quite a lot of pennies on my 2-week island trip, and to come back and then do this as well. I'd like to just be able to fund it and say, there you go, Sven, there's £500 for accommodation, but I don't have it. A few times how many days we got left, and some of the accommodation, like yesterday, that was £65, that accommodation. Sometimes when we're on Airbnb, we can get nice cheap accommodation for about £40, but we struggled yesterday to find accommodation, so £65, it's a big chunk, that is. So all those who have supported the tour with some accommodation money for Sven, fantastic, really do appreciate it. Don't forget that are we going to see you on Monday, are we, Nora? That'd be good. Where were you Monday? I don't know. Where were you Monday? Do you know? Might see Nora. She might not have been talking to me, actually. I don't know. She might have been talking to someone else. Hiya, Tommy. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Vertec. Vertec's put up as well. I'm sure Ricardo has as well. buymeacoffee.com/globeli. Yeah, guys, I'm Critical Exception. You know, thanks a lot for joining us. Kimmy's been here. Hi, Kimmy. Who else have we? Just going to quickly.
Fair play, you're good.
It's Norwich on Monday, is it? I do like Norwich. It's a nice place, that is. So I hope we enjoy. Oh, did I stand on your drawing then? No, you didn't. I didn't. No, I was close. Thought I was close there. I'm waiting for her to write NASA lies somewhere. Do you want some water? Do you want some water? Oh, you've got one of them. Oh, I thought you was it cleaning your chalks in that or something. It's an odd colour. It's called Blue Spark, but it's green. Right, should I start wrapping up, should I? Yeah, it looks like we're wrapping up. Guys, let's quickly say goodbye. Yes, looks like we're wrapping up. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. Tapper, hi buddy. Did we have some walk yesterday? Did we? Oh dear, that was a trek and a half, wasn't it, Stuart? So yeah, thanks for all your help yesterday. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so it's time to go. Hope you enjoyed today. You knackered, mate. Of course I was. Oh, my feet were just. Once we found my car and that, I just sat there in the car. I couldn't and wouldn't. I didn't want to drive. I just let my feet just calm down. That was such a trek. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, we're off to go and see John Thor, guys. I am so looking forward to seeing that. Jesus, I can't bloody speak properly sometimes. Yes, we're going to be seeing John Thor this evening. And vegan curry. Oh, yes. Yes, look forward to that, mate. Yeah. I'm sure that lady just said that looks cool, that did. Right, I'm going to have to say goodbye, guys. It's been fantastic having you. We're in Birmingham tomorrow. We're going to be outside the Bull, or rather it's about 100 yards outside where the Bull is. So you'll have to find us. We may have a surprise tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. Make sure that you're all going to tune in for tomorrow. Might be a good one for tomorrow. It will be good anyway, I guarantee you. Yeah, it might be a few visitors tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you very much. Thank you for all your donations. Keep them coming.
Thank you.
And yeah, he's there. Right. And yes, see you tomorrow, guys. I'm going to hit the button. I always hate saying goodbye, but